That's how grade school didn't really work out for me, brother. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Here we go. It's PPD Nationals, everybody. We got singles action for you today. William Stewart, Nick DeShera. I hope you're ready for the weekend, folks, because there's tons of money to be had and lots of money to be won, especially tomorrow in that bonus pool action. But hey, let's get underway. We've got a doozy about to break through here. Chris Watson and Scuba Steve Diker as they fight it out here. And it looks like Chris Watson's going to get the win. So what is that, 1-1? Are we headed to a decider here?
That's going to be 1-0. Game number 1 here. They actually were battling it out for quite some time there. So you can see that we're in for a good one here. This is a good starter match. I'm excited to be here doing this with you, Will. We're about to have a good time calling some great darts. And that's what it's all about.
Scoop is upsetting himself there as he knows that was a big round miss there.
Yeah, and when you're already down to game number 1, this is your give-me game. This is your going first with the Fat Bull in Division 1. There's no room for error there. So in this case, it looks like he is going to get a big let off there from Chris Watson.
All righty, time for you to take advantage here, Scuba Steve.
And I just want to do a little callback already to what Will has said as Scuba Steve loads it up in there. Will, you said there's a lot of money today, or a lot of money this weekend. There's more than a lot. It's a lot. $197,494 is going to be spread out across this weekend here. Friday in positional payouts, $40,560 to be won. Lots of money paying out even across all brackets, across all divisions. So this is going to be good.
Love that, especially equal pay around the across the scoreboard, no matter where you're at. And boy, man, is there some tasty matchups here. This is a Division 1 matchup, folks. Singles Division 1. And how about the interesting folks we have in this bracket and who we don't have in this bracket anymore is Shane Watson, JC Martinez are in your king seat spots right now. Mike Maloney getting bested by JC Martinez once again today, folks, as JC's just been on this dominant run. He's currently sitting in that hot spot for the CSC Challenger Series as well. So he'll take on Shane Watson. On the other half of this bracket, whoever wins this one's got Ram Guevara in that next round. Down in the bottom half, Brian Dennis and Mike Maloney taking stage right now, and that's who we've got on the one loss and no loss side in this one. And then you got some Christian Broussard, Tyler Holmes, and Tyler Weehee, and Nick Yeast still on that one loss side. Well, here we go,
yeah.
Tops.
Oh, gonna have to go over. Nope, never mind. It's open out. Man, I'm the rusty one today. Yeah, it goes ahead and knocks it out there. 90 scored, and I already see it in chat. Jacob, to answer your question, first off, Rude, hi, great to see you. And second off, Sean Green will be here in just a little bit, guys. So I'm just here for a little bit to bother Will. I have to get my quota in, and once I do, we're set to go from there.
Yeah, some of us have a real job, a.k.a. Mr. Sean Green, because, well, he's got to take care of the kiddos and such and make sure they're doing all right. So, yeah, he'll be with us sooner rather than later as we'll get underway with that one. We've got, overall, how many divisions in this one? 31? Normally have 31 or so.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. 31 divisions.
Oh, no. No. 39. Sorry. 39.
42 divisions tomorrow and 23 on Sunday.
That may be another touching a high note again for us, as we've had back-to-back high notes for PPD Nationals as player involvement, and we're possibly going to touch it once again here this weekend. We'll see, as a lot of people want to be involved in this, and a lot of folks want to get involved in the CSC Challenger Series, and this is a good way to kind of get some of those ranking points and kind of make your claim for season 7,
Yeah,
or
these are so important for that reason.
that WCS or whatever could be coming our way, because right now we don't know.
Yeah, well, it's always just good to get your points up, and when we look at the system here, is Chris Watson almost grabs the 20 there. When you look at the tournaments like nationals, this is like when I'm educating a brand new player into how to join the PPD system and to get integrated properly here. I'll tell them this is where you make your money back. This and the actual TOC and your monthly trips. That's your opportunities to earn your money back from your league play, your DRTs that might not turn on your favor, and everything else. Because there's just so much money to be won this weekend. It's ridiculous. And then you get the points to qualify for those other main events like you were talking about there, CSC, WCS, or whatever the acronym may be. Even stuff like the CSI and everything else is important as well. So it's always important to get those points in. So make sure you're playing. If you're not playing, you missed this one. We're back in 3 months for it.
Yeah, you honestly got to be thinking about TOC down the road, because when you really look at things, that's October. That is not too far away in reality. I mean, 6-7 months away, and you'll be playing in the KCI Expo Center for some big prize pool money. But
Yeah.
here we go. Watson.
This is also the reminder to all you guys in chat as well. Now that Will mentioned that the PPD year, we're getting down to the last few months of it. Remember, the PPD years usually are July to June, I believe. I don't know the exact dates for what this one ends, but that's important for your averages relating to TOC and everything else. So keep that in mind, folks.
7 mark there from Steve Diker as he puts it back in Chris Watson's hand, and going to be fighting it out here for a minute, I believe, as Chris is going to have the option if he can hit a triple with one of his first 2 darts. I just see him kind of making a stand there on those 19s and holding true, but we'll find out. He'll probably stay. He does. Big 7 in return. So back-to-back.
Yeah, when you look at Chris and Steve, we're friends with both these guys. We've had long conversations with both. I mean, as Scuba there just goes ahead and loads it up. My question to you here, Will, is looking at these two guys, let's be honest, I don't feel like they're happy with their last few months of results. Maybe performance is one thing or another, but they haven't been getting the results that they're used to getting because they're pretty high-level shots. Do you feel like that's kind of on their mind this weekend at all? And maybe trying to give them the itch to try to get a placing finish on one of these Friday, Saturday, or Sundays?
I don't think so. I mean, I think if you're a top level shot, that's going to be in your mind on the practice board and such. But no, you just got to play your match and continue on, and know that at any given day you can pull out your best performance and win the bracket because of how this is set up. I mean, every division is going to be a handful no matter what. I mean, Division 2 is looking pretty tough, as well as Division 3, and so on and so forth. So no, you just got to state your claim and hopefully you're good, So we'll find out at the end of the day what happens. But Scuba knows he's a tough competitor. Same with Chris Watson. You got to put that at the back of your mind, and like I always say, it's a roller coaster ride, baby. You got to enjoy it.
You do always say that. No, yeah, you're absolutely right there. Absolutely agreed. And right now, I feel like Watson just backs against the wall in this one, trying to get a foothold on the 16s or 15s. But yeah, first start, no good, and only grabs 4. So Steve Diker, pretty good chance here to clean this up and have a massive advantage going into the Bulls.
True. 582 compared to 539, and nothing Chris can really do but try for the 16s or these Bulls. So go 16s.
Nine seven, so that's a pretty good round at it. It does give him that point lead back, but if Diker does what he's supposed to do, it should be too little too late, but you never know. This is when legs get real dicey.
Well, he can attack it right here, and if he so chooses, but yeah, I mean, smart move at the end of the day. He could attack that first dart if he really wanted to, and then you're sacrificing a possible look there from Chris Watson, but at the end of the day, I like the move from Scuba. Just hold true on the 20s, 6 mark him, and then take a look. He's got a 702 to 603 advantage now, and this should be his leg if he doesn't mess around too much.
It's that too much part that can always be so tricky, especially, let's be honest, Watson's known as one of the scrappiest players that we've commentated on these PPD streams. He is just always finding a way to hang in legs. And you notice that whenever Chris Watson, has been doing well, he never really wins by a large margin. Instead, he just is able to etch out games like these. In this case, though, might still be too little too late.
Yeah, exactly. Because Steve made the right move there. He tripled and then made the look because he forced Chris to gain the lead before he was able to take out the 20s and 18s. So essentially, he needs 3 or 4 darts, and those 3 darts need to be perfect if he's going to do it. So good stuff from Scuba. Takes out the 16s first and then goes back to that honeypot. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what you're doing. Maybe you're tuning in from work. That is a high possibility for most of these folks. It's a Friday evening encroaching that, get off and have a brewski time.
That could happen at work too. You might be very bad at your job.
Or you could just have that at-home job. You never know. As Scuba Steve.
Not recommended.
Scuba Steve gets it 2-1.
Oh, funny stuff there. Funny stuff, and good job on Scuba Steve to get that through.
Well, good match on both of them. 5-6-4 from Watson, a 5-2-5 there from Scuba. Scuba just did enough to hold true and win the leg at the end of the day, and that was quite the fight from Chris.
Now, what you're seeing here, this is Terry Parker and Bobby Pratt's Division 8 matchup 1-1. So they're in a tiebreaker at the moment.
Love that flag back there. Go blue. A little Michigan love.
Oh, I can't stand you. Wow, that was...
You're welcome.
Wow, really?
You're welcome.
So this is actually a location that we've never even seen before. I actually hadn't even seen it with my own eyes till today, if I'm being honest. This is going to be out of the Lone Star Ice House in the Star City Amusement area. This camera package, if you're curious why it looks a little strange, these are actually the Thirsties cameras. The Thirsties doesn't open until after Nationals and All-Star trips start, so they actually don't really use the cameras that much anymore. So Star City actually relocated to the Lone Star Ice House.
So you're telling me this is in Texas?
Yes, sir.
And there's a Michigan flag?
Yep.
What is going on, fellas? Okay, how about that? Well, yeehaw indeed. No, I can't do that.
That was the line. We crossed it.
That was bad. We crossed it. All right, we got tuning in from Norway on here, tuning in from the job site. Norway's impressive. Love that. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we got Paul tuning in from Rockford, Illinois. Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Montana. Love that. Thanks for joining us, folks. We appreciate you. South Dakota for the St. Patty's Day tournament. I know there's quite a few of those going on. I know Osage Beach has one in Missouri. Numerous friends going to that event. Wish I could attend myself, but duty calls here.
Duty does call. And that, honestly, I just got to give the respect to you, dude. I mean, for the fact of the matter is that with the family and everything, you find a way to make sure you give adequate time to them and still do so much for the dart scene. I'm not just trying to kiss up to you for like brownie points. I will also use the brownie points if I get any here. But no, seriously, hats off to you, man. It's a lot bouncing in between, and that's why like I jokingly talk about being a cat dad because I don't have to juggle as much. I couldn't do it if I was you.
It's definitely a little bit more difficult, and it's making it tougher and tougher as we go along because, well, he's starting to know when dad's away and not wanting that to happen, or he wants his dad days. I was just dealing with him before we hopped on the mic here. It was nap time, and I was trying to get him down. I had him down, and then I moved him to go to his bed, and of course he wakes up and starts bawling his eyes out. So I got to sit there and lay on the ground and hope and pray he goes back to sleep. And well, now he's up roaming around. So it's what it is.
It is what it is. He's just causing trouble like his father. As Terry Parker does get it done. So 4.11 will seal the deal there. Get a 2-1 win over Bobby Pratt.
Yeah, good stuff there from Terry.
And looking over
we're gonna
here,
head to division. What is this? You said division
29.
39, 39?
29.
Oh, 29.
29.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you said 39. My apologies.
Very similar.
I'm sorry,
sounding.
guys. No, Nick definitely said 39 and tried to get me in trouble there. So I'm sorry, folks.
That's all I tried to do is get you in trouble.
I was really rude there, bud.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm crossing lines today. I honestly, I would say I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but no, I'm just like this sometimes.
All right, let's take a look at this bracket real quick. This is Stephanie Neal, the better half, who capitalized on a 6 mark there of Brandon Neal. Yeah, that Brandon Neal is they're fighting and clawing. How this one is a you said okay, here we go. Nicholas Borstad and Stephanie Neal. This is a loser side round 3 matchup. The winner will take on Preston Hutchins. Stephanie, of course, of Omaha, Nebraska. She's a Nebraska Technical Services. And then mid-state amusements there for Nicholas. It says Fond du Lac is the location, so he may not be exactly from there, but that's the location of the vendor. Preston out of Wisconsin too. Schmidt's Amusement, and hey, he's a Michigan fan too.
All right, I'm going to immediately stop talking about Michigan because I don't want to have a bad stream. We can't start off like this, Will. Instead, I saw a question in here from 2 different people. Who's going to be in Vegas this year, Will? What you got going on for that? I assume they're in reference to NDA Vegas.
Guys, we've been really thinking about things, and honestly, the best way to handle this one is going to be virtually. So nobody's going to be there. We're just going to have somebody set up the cameras. The security guard is going to be setting up the cameras for us, and
he is a big fan.
We're gonna be hoping everything goes well for us. We'll see. Well, you never know.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'll be at Darts Live the whole week, and I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Randy, it's too. Hey, buddy, it's too late, Randy, to try to do this Fond du Lac, whatever. I'm gonna be honest; it's gonna be wrong every time. It's just gonna be wrong.
That's why we go to you for your looks and not your pronunciation abilities.
It took me long enough to learn Sturdivant. Sturdivant. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll work on it, Randy.
We'll work on it. But David, answer your question. Will definitely be out there with probably some very handsome dyed-haired commentator. Dyed-haired video editor, production
Up in question. Up in question.
All right. It's
no,
a person that
Nick
might have a
there.
non-natural hair color. Who knows? I can keep going.
Nah, Nick will be there with us. So we'll have some virtual commentary too from a couple people. We'll try to make that happen as Brandon stakes his claim as well. He says, "Who's that weirdo in the background?" Had to,
Yeah,
had to make his presence known.
I'm pretty sure he's not even playing today. I think he would. I think with his work, he couldn't commit to playing today, and so he decided to come out and support Stephanie. Because I did not see him on any of the brackets, which is really cool that he's just out here supporting the better half with his own giant cutout head. That part's confusing, but
Yes, got to
yes.
do it.
I will say Stephanie Neal in Omaha. I watched her play. She had some really good runs, and I believe her. Like she's gonna yell at me later, but I don't actually recall her partner's name off the top of my head. But they actually bested out Ariel Feist and Abby Spot in the women's doubles to advance along at one point, and I was like, oh boy! So Stephanie Neal's been putting some time on the board. She's been really grinding it out lately, and I've been impressed. And the first thing she did when she saw me out there after we first did our hellos, or one of the last things I should say, she said, "Hey, you free?" And I was like, "Yeah, stream just finished." She's like, "Okay, I'm ready to play you." She's like, "I'm right here." She just points to the board, and I was like, "All right, well, I can't really say no to that." Joyce Craft, thanks, Brandon, for the clarification there.
Wow, we're already into our top 8 on the Division 2 side. That's insane.
Yeah, the singles stays cruising. That's the one thing that we've learned with national singles is like blink and you miss it, and then you get to doubles and triples, and it can either be blink and you miss it, or it could be a slightly longer ordeal. But I actually was looking through our past nationals. Most of those streams, I think the shortest one was like 3 hours and 50 minutes. And oh, look at that from Stephanie Neal.
She's playing very, very good. Look at her go. Watch out, WCS. Stephanie Neal's on her way.
Yeah, that was good. I completely lost my train of thought there, Stephanie. That was very rude timing for that, but very good start. She's 3 bowls away from taking it to game 2 here in Division 29.
She collects 2 of them there and leaves herself the 1. With the hefty advantage on the points, I think she's going to be quite all right picking this up here.
Yeah, 1 bowl away is all she needs. Again, with the losers bracket side format, it's a little bit more of a moot point because you're giving up the ability to go first in 01. But let's be honest, when you get to these divisions, once you're below your first 5 to 10 divisions, the consistency on the bowls goes way down. So that going first advantage isn't as important as it would be in Division 1, for example, where the expectation's higher for points scored per round.
Takes out 2 is Nicholas on the Bulls. But still up to Stephanie. She's going to have a potential few looks at this. Reminder, this is a Division 29 matchup. 39 divisions today. We still have doubles tomorrow and triples on Sunday. Lots of action coming your way this weekend from bars throughout the country. Of course, we have a handful or, well, a couple handfuls, if not a little bit more than that, to kind of choose from to bring you coverage at, and kind of we can jump in between and see that game screen down there from other bars. But we do our best to give you the action we can when we can. And unfortunately, sometimes that ends a little bit sooner than we would like, just because of how many bars we have access to compared to who's left in the tournament and whatnot. But most of the time, Nick's got it pretty much covered on where to go for what bar to tune in from, and like moving people over if we need to. That's always a needed necessity.
That's always the fun part, right? Because all these people are remote. Stephanie wipes the sweat off her brow as she was just 3 balls away for there at the end from potentially losing that advantage, but that she earned, and then therefore bringing her average back down. But yeah, no, it's definitely interesting to see all these different bars. That's the hard part, right? Is we always want to, with the nationals and all-star trips, knowing that we're streaming pretty much every division, at least to the best of our abilities. The one thing we try to keep in mind when we look at that is like, hey, we don't want to bother the players if we can, and that's why we send them one message at the beginning. Says, hey, if you're eliminated on the stream board or the person that is playing on it is, can you or another team in the bar move over there? That's all the message says, and then it has a couple of like good lucks or whatever, like nice formal talk as well. And then as the day progresses, we watch these bars, and as teams get eliminated, I just verify that they moved over. But otherwise, I mean, it's just these players playing the game.
Definitely. So we're keeping an eye on Bobby Pratt. Potentially have that match coming your way here soon as well. But right now, keep it right here with Stephanie and Nicholas.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and at least finish out this 0-1 game and see where it goes from there. It can go very, very fast, especially if Stephanie Neal's peppering the bull like she is. She's right on it. So curious to see and how this one will continue to develop. John Pilgrim saying, hey guys, how's it going? John, I'm still mad at you from that one this last TOC when I walked up to a dude at the Burger Theory restaurant and I thought it was you, and I yelled Pilgrim and stared him right down the eyes, and then it was until I got way too close that I realized it wasn't you that I was yelling at this random place. It wasn't even a dart player, it was just some dude that I just yelled at. So I still think about that all the times, John, and it makes me cringe at night. Next time I confuse someone for you, just be there, please, and thank you.
No big deal. Stephanie taking just a minute here to settle in and get underway. Good start. Looking for that 150. That's still a nice low ton there for her. She capitalized on the 115.
Yeah, helps pull her out in front. She effectively is almost taking the throw, barring a perfect turn here. Yeah, she effectively is now taking the throw. This is a good position if you're Stephanie Neal, already up a game. Nicholas here just needs to stay calm. There's no cause for alarms yet. The hardest part is hitting the out. Everything else up before that is easy in comparison. Oh my gosh, she's still hammering away. She's still hammering away.
Look at her go. Big hat trick there for her. She's just wrecking shop so far in this Division 29. She may be on that loser side, but she's doing some very, very good damage.
Yeah, the one thing there is she was doing a little too good on the Bulls. The 47's not the best leave, especially how nervy the open out can get. So she has to be careful of how she approaches. Trip 15, so now 2 16s. It's open out, so she can just go fat, try to play it towards the inside.
Inside wire, that double is perfectly fine. Aim for that wedge, that big wedge. Even if you hit the 8, you're fine. Or you hit the 7, you're still okay. You can go 9 16.
Yeah, just tee it up from here. 9 for 16 is perfect because you don't have to worry about as many bust areas. 5's a little riskier because you have that 12 and 20.
Yeah.
Everything's a bogey unless you're bang on. Sean Green in the chat saying, let's go Stephanie beyond in 10. Sorry. So the Sean Green, everybody, stuck in traffic. Is that what they call it these days, Will?
Do better. Do better, Sean. All right, single 5. Open out, folks, so she can get away with this one. It's Brandon Neal looks on and look at her go.
Look at that. I think she
Big
figured out that she was
excitement.
on the stream there halfway through because I texted Brandon when we switched over. I said, Brandon, don't let her know that we're on the stream here. I don't want to mess her up because I knew he was just sitting there watching and waiting for it. Oh, that's funny stuff. I think she clicked into it and she did really well with it too. I'm going to be honest. That was some good stuff from her there. As we're going to go ahead and, as you said, go to the Bobby Pratt match, just the 1-game match while we look for what's coming up next.
Yeah, and she'll move into that matchup between Preston Hutchins in the next round. So Bobby has the advantage on the high ground here, down in points, but he knows he's got the high ground, and he's going to stick with the game plan here and just continue on to pound those lower numbers.
Yeah, he's just going to keep pressing his position there.
He is taking on Chris Waller.
Sean, since you're still in chat here, follow-up question. Are you driving the car in our chat or is someone else driving? Because now I'm getting concerned.
Leave him alone.
I'm just saying, I would like our commentator to come in one piece. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, by the way, this is Division 8. Reminder on that one, folks. 9th place will be the loser of this one. The winner will play Bill Stibbs. Either one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Just one leg decider here. So if Robert can just kind of hold true, and that's a big dart right there to keep us even Steven on the point race. Needing bulls. And he sets up the match against Bill as he will advance into the 8th place matchup. Good stuff from Bobby Pratt. Chris going to hope to do a little bit better the next go round. As we're going to keep an eye on things for what we potentially have coming away. It looks like we're going to stadium, and that's what I was kind of potentially looking at, is that Juan Hernandez match there, Nick.
Yep, that's correct.
As it looks,
that is correct.
I think all righty. That's what I was thinking. I'm kind of keeping an eye on stuff here too to help you out, bud.
Appreciate that, my man. Yeah, so we're actually watching. If you guys are curious, obviously we try to watch as many bars as we can, but usually whatever camera packages are cooperating the best with us. In fact, Yepram has done a great job at getting these camera packages all up and going. And so he's done really great work with that. And like today, right now, if I were to look at the screen right behind me here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different matches going on in the background. So lots of stuff there.
Wonderful. Oh, what?
So look at this. Steve Diker. Sorry to cut you off there, but Steve Diker ended up besting out Ram Guevara and is now facing Mike Maloney to then go on to play Shane Watson. So we're gonna actually have that match also going on in the background here, and we'll try to get our fair share. But since these guys are ready first, we're gonna go ahead and start off with this one.
Yeah, Michael Stewart, Juan Hernandez. As this is a what division was this? Let me go ahead and check. I believe it was a
25. I believe
30, 25. Okay. Tried to see him as they started up here, but
Yeah, Juan Hernandez, gentleman I'm not as familiar with, um, from that stadium area. But you also can't trust anybody from Houston because the odds are they're really good at darts. And let's just go from there.
Well, this is your second to last match on that one loss side. So winner will advance into that what would be the third, fourth place matchup. Still left in this bracket is Josh Scogan. Andrew Goodwin. Yep. She's of Texas as well. Let's see where Josh is from. Josh is from South Dakota. Amberly Gammon of Texas. Juice Shelton of Wisconsin. Then your current king seat is Kelly Bradbury of Missouri. And that's play more coin op. And then Brian Tatro of Oklahoma. Good to see some Oklahoma players present in this one. Finally kind of getting them kick started. I know that there's a gentleman doing some big stuff down there in the vending side of things. So big shout out there. And they'll continue to do good things. We see them now a part of the PPD program.
Yeah, I love seeing all these different regions and states pop up. It's probably one of the best parts is because there's just so many new players that get added to the network when something like that happens.
Yeah, some good players. Good players there. Juan's going to be playing in Doubles Division 27 tomorrow. And then Sunday he's going to be playing in Division 16 of our triples action. So we're playing with Abigail, George, and himself for the doubles action. He's going to be with Rick Hernandez. So some relation there, I'm assuming. Not a part of that bonus pool, but they could be a part of it next go round if they just keep on trucking and participating. You can too, folks. Get involved in the PPD system today. dartstoc.com is where you can do that at. They got plenty of information there for you to check out, including our CSC Challenger Series stats, even breaking it down game per game for you, so you can just check it out as you go, see how many 9 marks we're hitting a certain leg, see those big marks for yourself, or just check out how you're doing because, well, even though you may be one of those lower averages like us, you matter too. So join the program today. Get involved no matter what division you may be in. You can win some of that nice bonus pool money as well, and you can be a big winner with the Partners Promoting Darts program. Michael Stewart ahead with the advantage here in this first leg. This will be a race to 2, sorry. Best of 3. There we go.
Same idea. You got the right principle in there.
Yeah, same, but different.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Darren saying, South 94 Bistro, I'm last chance coming, like gonna lose soon. Hey, you gotta have that confidence. I've seen and done runbacks after losing my first 2 matches and getting into cashing positions. It happens all the time, and you could go from losing your first 2 rounds to triple dipping. You never know.
Oh, this is a fantastic match. Todd Barron taking on Lisa Yee.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Awesome match.
Let me see where, of course, Lisa's playing out of
Bullshooters,
but let me see where Todd's at because actually that's Lisa's feed. I believe that is Bullshooters feed.
Yeah, it is Bullshooters feed. So yeah, currently right now, Lisa up in points, but down 2 net houses, 20s, 19s, and 17s for Todd, 16s for Lisa. So,
and that is the third, fourth place match. So loser to that one will head to the fourth place match, or fourth place position. Winner will head to the third place position. There, so some good players in that bracket. Division 6, Todd and Lisa, and then Detrich, Goltz of Wisconsin, Lacrosse to be exact. It looks like that vendor, as he will be the king seat holder, and then Austin Shammerhorn and Adam Hafke And then Stan Page still in the mix there in Division 6
This
as
is,
we cruise on along.
this is some of the best pronouncing work you've ever done, by the way. I just want to give
Dude, that
hats
was
off.
absolutely
Thoroughly impressed.
absolutely atrocious, guys. I'm sorry for every bit of that. And if I butchered it, just leave it alone, guys. Just give me a chance, please. Okay?
This is the worst week, especially when we do the bonus pool announcements. And if anybody's ever tuned into those little 8-minute streams that happen on Saturday Nationals at the very end there, where we announce the winners, you'll see me there, and I'll be like, all right. And I had time to read them, and I'll still butcher them every time.
There's a big 9 mark right there. Great stuff for Juan Hernandez. It tries to continue to be in the mix here, but is it too little too late? As Michael has the chance at closing those 16s, doesn't do it, only gets a single mark here. So we'll see. Robert Pratt, a little update on him. He's about to win his way through on another one loss side. Or not, sorry, last chance side, as he just needs to close the Bulls here. 1 dart needed, and he'll advance into the next round.
Just to give you guys an update on Steve Diker versus Mike Maloney. Game number 1 here. They're in that best of 3 format as well. Steve Diker needs 4 Bulls to take game number 1. 1 dart left, and misses after hitting 3. And Mike Maloney, 3 Bulls now to take game number 1 to Steve Diker's 1. Matt Graff saying, miss you last weekend. The Booyah Cup looks like fun. And these last 2 years of me watching it, I really, really want to go out there and see it in person. So if only there was a mustachioed man that is happens to have my number and contact information and has worked with me in the past, I could say, hey, why don't you come hang out with Will and everybody? But honestly, Ryan and Sean do such a good job with that show. So maybe I'll just go out there as a player. Who cares?
Everybody's welcome. It's open to anybody, qualifiers and all.
I did the qualifiers. They were fun. That was a good time.
Michael Stewart right now putting himself in position here, as he just needs to close out the 15s and Bulls. But the door is open here for Juan. As Sean, he was trying to work his way through traffic, and he didn't succeed, guys. He had a flat tire, and now he's stuck on the side of the
died.
road. So,
oh my gosh, he's dead now. I was like, where are you going with
God.
that?
Is that God?
Dear Lord.
I wasn't going to go that far, but okay.
He didn't make it, guys. We tried his best, and looks like he's going to be okay.
I said flat tire.
I know. And then, Anyway, guys, what's up? Looks like we got a heck of a battle going on over here. Is that the stadium? And guys wearing a shirt that's bacon all over it? I love it.
Yep. Indeedly so.
Man, at first I was like, man, they don't even need me. They're doing this perfectly. They got everything going. But Scuba Steve wins on the other board that we're not looking at right now. This is going to be distracting the whole time.
You're okay. We were talking about it because it is against Mike Maloney as well. So I'm sure the fans are interested. 1-1 going into the tiebreaker.
Oh, if you said Mike Maloney, then no one's interested anymore.
True.
Matt Graff, was I not enough for you? What are you trying to say here, bud? All right, Michael Stewart stepping up. Will, the other day, during the Siege match, there was a William Stewart in our chat that spelled his last name Stewert. And I was like, oh, man, you are the much better Will Stewart, I can tell.
I really hate that guy already. What a loser! As Mike Maloney wins that leg between him and Steve Diker, so he'll get the throw there.
Oh man, I so miss the Black Saddle Saloon and that
wedding party.
Yeah, the wedding party with just dancing all around. As Mike Maloney starts off with a 9 mark too, by the way. All right, Juan. Not in control of it point-wise, but needs something big here. Gets rid of the 17s. Scuba Steve right back to back with 9. Sorry, I can't help but look at both of these matches at the same time.
It's tough, isn't it?
All right, Mike stepping up.
I've been doing it a couple times. There we go. He fixes
What
it.
a jerk.
There we go. Now you just have to look at yourselves. Ha ha.
I already have to do that.
All right. I'm gonna grab a water, fellas. You go at it for a minute.
Oh, hi,
Well, is he
Sean.
thinking, hey, what's up, Nick? He goes out and takes a break right as right as I show up. I get it. I know how he feels about me.
Guys, I just want to let everyone know in the chat here, all 180 plus of you guys, that there's no better joy in working in the darts community than looking at it, realizing your show starts in less than 2 minutes and you have 0 commentators. Oh, boy, is it fun. Nah, just jokes aside. You guys are very busy, man, so I'm just happy you guys got the time to come in and hang out.
Well, at least we're here, because the best part was you didn't even attempt to remind us until 2 minutes before showtime.
Okay, I talked to you guys yesterday and the day before, though. So
you sure did.
Hold on. Let's
and
just keep it real.
what did I say? I said I have school and I will be there around 4:30.
Do you know?
And you
do you
said
know what happened?
okay.
Do you know what happened when I read that? Do you know what happened?
You didn't read it?
No, you started typing stuff and all it said was yap, 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 yap. And I was like, dude, quit your yapping. Like, what's going on here?
Well, the yapping was important, I guess.
I feel like you took that one a little too close to home. I'm sorry. Didn't mean
Definitely
it.
not. Never. It's just I am. Well, I got a night off last night from commentary, so I thought that you guys needed me back. Because people were like, I actually had Rick Askins, shout out to Rick, message me last night. He's like, I know you don't really agree with this, but I wish the CSC was just Monday through Thursday, and then you guys had something going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I could just watch darts the whole time. I said, Rick, I disagree with you, but thank you so much for the compliments. But yeah, so it is good to be back in the booth again. It's been a long time, like a whole 24 hours or so. So yeah, I had school today, and I'm pretty tired. It's a long week. The week after the spring forward hour difference, you would think would be like nothing, but then you start doing it and you're like, oh man, this is making me way sleepier than I thought.
Listen, we all get a little sleepy. It happens to the best of us, but no, to be fair, you and Will both, you guys are insane with your schedules and how busy you guys are with everything. Like, for reference, guys, not that this is surprising anybody, but I'll be like, hey, Sean, are you free? He's like, yeah, sorry, I just have to set down my 27 kids. Half of them are my students, the other half are my own, and I'm like juggling 3 different things. And I'll be like, oh, cool, don't worry, take your time. I'm just petting my cat, I guess. Like,
and that's not a euphemism, as Mike Maloney wins against Scuba Steve.
And he will go on to place the guy that just joined our chat, Shane Watson.
Shane, you better get ready, bud. Shane in CSC Challenger Series this season as well.
Previous weekend, he played at the King of the Hill tournament that I did, or broadcast. I shouldn't say I did. I had nothing to do with any of the tournament part. But Shane went to a finals appearance where he faced Sunshine State, Kenny Doyle. Santa, I forgot the word Santa in that. How did I forget the word Santa when saying his name?
Sunshine State? Florida.
Sunshine State.
He played all of Florida.
No, Sunshine State Kenny. Did I say Kenny or no? That was terrible.
I think so.
That was terrible.
Wow.
You shouldn't call him Nick.
That was complete shambles, Nick.
Yeah, that's
okay,
how
Dirachi.
I live my life here. Yeah, Dirachi. Well, speaking of just shambles and terrible commentary, let's talk about not terrible commentary. Who's replacing Sean tomorrow? Do you get Sean? Do you want to announce who's replacing you tomorrow?
Yeah, I would love to. So announcing the person that's replacing me tomorrow. The person replacing me tomorrow is
Steve Hilger, aka
Steve
Porky.
Hilger, aka Porky. Wow. You guys are gonna miss me.
I love the fact that he told you, hey, you should announce it.
I had no idea.
Then let you build it up, and then
no
proceeded to talk over you.
Yeah, didn't know it.
That's because he didn't know it, and I thought he was gonna wait for me to say it and then just repeat it. Anyways,
Nope.
Yeah, no, Porky's gonna be hanging out with Will tomorrow, and I'll be in the background, of course, as usual. So that should be a fun time. As fortunately, Sean's too busy and good for us.
Well, here we go. Match-winning darts here.
Oh, Michael just on the outside. And that would take it to the last leg decider.
Oh, sorry. I thought Michael pulled out that win there as I was gone, but I guess not. Wow. It's looking true.
For me and you, girl. I don't even know what we were talking about, but yeah, Porky's going to be a lot of fun. He'll give great insight, mostly on food, but also on darts every once in a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Shane Watson, now my least favorite CSE Challenger Series player.
Well,
But I hope he beats Maloney, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying, you know. All right, they're diddling for the start of the last leg decider here. Will, you've been watching this match intently from the start. Who surprised you the most and why?
Juan pulling off that big win. That first leg was pretty impressive. So I'm gonna pull off, thinking Juan's gonna pull off the win here. You okay,
he does get to
Sean?
go first. He does get to go first. So we'll see what happens, bud. I haven't had one of those in a while, and I'll take it all day. That's a win-win-win.
Here we go. Come on, Juan.
The Baconator going first.
Juan, he's our man. He's gonna win this leg because he can.
I like how you did.
There we go.
Yeah, the person, last name Stewart, and you choose. Well, never mind. I see why. Big 6 mark open from Juan. All right, as we're looking around here, guys, just to let everybody know how many players are playing this weekend. I'm sure you guys have talked about this, but let's relook at it, right? I have never seen this many levels in singles, doubles, or triples, really. 42 teams in doubles tomorrow, 39 teams in singles tonight, across, or 39 divisions, sorry, of players, and same thing with 42 divisions of players in doubles. Those are insane numbers. We were in like 30, 31, right? Was what it looked like max. Nick, am I correct in that?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I mean, they've been growing exponentially, and every time we have a nationals, it's trended upwards pretty much since its inception, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it is going upwards. You were absolutely correct in that assumption.
I mean, I just saw those. I saw 42, and I was like, oh my goodness. That is an insane amount of doubles divisions, because there's 15 teams in each division, sometimes 16 teams. I'm not going to do that math, but 30 or 32 players times 42. My goodness.
This speaks volumes to where we're at program-wise for the Partners Promoting Darts itself. I mean, the CSC Challenger Series, the WCS, and the CDI, the TOC. I mean, it's all produced this now. I mean, we kind of brought back the CSC here, and we saw the numbers where we started. We're starting to see numbers now and where we possibly could be down the road. The future's bright here for darts as a whole, and this is firsthand. You're noticing it here on our Copy Sport brackets. The divisions from then to now, the amount of people playing and new players, the amount of returning players is impressive.
It's a lot of fun to
downright
follow.
Impressive.
It really is a lot of fun to follow, and it's a lot of fun to be a small part of that on this side of things, because we saw single-handedly just how much more terrible it becomes when you're playing, with how difficult that is now becoming overall.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Another thing I noticed, because I went back in the footage from
you were going to say it. You were going to say it. Say it.
Say what?
Say it.
The archive footage. There you go. I'll say it. I'll say it. I went back and looked at some of the first videos that we did, and your hairline then compared to your hairline now is just, it's just crazy to see where that hair used to be and where it is now. And you know, overall, I'd say it was a 10 out of 10. Now it's just gone back to maybe a 5 out of 10. You're approaching Shaquille O'Neal when he was just getting out of the league there for a little bit. What do you think? I mean,
listen,
that
working
thing's-
with you is what does
you're
that.
Stephen A. You're Stephen A. Smith right now, brother.
Well, hey, I'll take Stephen A. Smith money. I'm not going to turn down Stephen A. Smith money. No, I appreciate the kind words. It's why I wear a hat now consistently, and don't show my head on camera anymore. But I really appreciate it. It really is kind. Here, you said this is Division 25. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we got ourselves a point battle going on, and the last leg decider, they're just through the 20s and the 19s. With Juan coming out a little bit on top at 420 to 380. Michael has 380 points. You know how many 19s that means he's hit?
Say what?
Michael had 380 points. How many 19s does that mean he hit before they closed?
I couldn't tell you, brother.
20.
Couldn't tell you.
20 19s. Well, 23 if you include the close.
Another potential match to look in on here is going to be Night Owls there for you.
Who is it?
Nick. We got Mike McKimmey Mike taking on James Huskin.
Mike McKimmey has become quite the player in Indy. He was always like Division 2 player, probably like, well, for us Division 2, so a little lower level, maybe Masters B. And then he has come screaming in the last year or so into like extreme consistency and power. He is fun to watch now. A lot of fun to watch because his throw is still real smooth, like it always has been, but it goes where it needs to go now.
Oh, just kind of looking. That's Jim. Jim played very well at Booyah Cup. So,
what level are we looking at? Or division?
For McKimmey Mike?
Yeah.
I'm looking up right now. I got it. You're fine. We can do some of the work too, but he's Division 4 singles here. So that is a round 5 matchup on the loser side, the one-loss side.
Yep.
So,
okay. Yep. They're on their first leg, it looks like.
The winner of this one will take on Lyle Campbell in that 3rd, 4th match. Still in this match is Larry Runge and Bill Moloff, and then Tyler Ward, Derek Krause, and Josh Waith. We'll butcher that one. There you go.
We didn't.
King seat holder is Kevin Coots.
All right. It's good level 4 bracket there with Mike in it and Larry Runge. Those are some tough people in that bracket, that's for sure.
Definitely so. And how about the king seat holder for Division 1? Did you see who that is there, Sean?
Who is it?
JC Martinez, who's been on quite the run of late.
Just not shocking at all.
Christian Beard, Chris Watson, Mike Maloney, Shane Watson to get to that king seat spot.
Whew.
He is playing well. And how about this? Ram Guevara, Steve Diker taking away here in a moment, as that'll be your 5th place match. Mike Maloney and Shane Watson getting underway, as that'll decide who's fourth and third.
I like it. A lot of action still coming your way, guys. That's what we're telling you. A lot of divisions. It's gonna be a good night. Happy to be here with you, Will and Nick. Happy to be with the chat more than anything else, though. So please don't go. And Juan in control of this last leg decider here over Mike. Oh, and James Huskins fires in a brilliant 150 at the right time. He'll now get the first look at that finish at 115 left. All McKinney can do is try and set it up. And Huskins won leg number 1. But here we go. Juan Hernandez needs 2 more. Falls out into a number, so he'll come back. $115 is a little bit trickier now for James. Missed the first dart. 98 left, 2 darts in hand. And he won't take it out, so Mike McKinney, 76 to take us to the last leg decider, which we'll see at the conclusion of this leg from Juan Hernandez and Michael Stewart. And he's pointing. McKinney did take that out in 2 darts. Oh, it's round 2020. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. So that's going to go to Juan. Great match. Good job, Juan. Gets it done at the end of the day. I forgot they pointed forever on those 20s and 19s. All right, here we go. Count up for the last leg decider. James Huskin and Mike McKinney. Brent Peters saying James is on fire recently. I can tell you the same thing's been going on for Mike McKinney. And McKinney does get the start just barely. So here we go. Last leg decider. It's going to be cricket. And it's going to be McKinney going first. Man, it's got to be around 34, 35, and a 4, maybe a little bit less than 4.25, maybe. Something like that, maybe right around there.
I don't know.
That's just my guess.
I do have the cricket average on hand, though. 3.926 in Division 4 for his average here.
Okay. I'm going to guess that he's
ballpark.
throwing better than that right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's also tournament play. Everyone is aware that when there's a tournament going on, tournament play just elevates game.
Well, 100%. But I'm telling you, I think he's throwing better than that when he is playing in anything that I've seen him in recently, which is tournament play, to be fair. So you're exactly right. League is league.
League is meant
league
for
is fun.
That's it. That's all. And when I play with my partners, unless I am playing with someone that's new to the game and is trying to learn it, or just is like trying to get involved with darts, it's not that I don't take it seriously, but for the league, I take that as my time to dial in the form a little bit, tool everything. I don't take any liquid aiming fluid when I play league, stuff like that. I just focus on just trying to enjoy the game and have fun with it, because it's part of the process of getting qualified.
Oh, 100%. And Ricky Bobby, you're right. That's why we just use Restream so we can see it all. And I don't know. And it's always different. Like sometimes it'll be PPD and sometimes it'll be USA Darts. It just depends on the time of day, I think, and who has notifications turned on, ready to go. And look at this from Mike McKinney.
Oh,
boom goes the dynamite. The Hoosier throwing one in there.
For our chat here, majority of the people that are going to be commenting will be in the PPD chat, as we're actually live on Eagle Eye today as well, instead of USA Darts. So Eagle Eye, make sure Eagle Eye Sports, go out there, check it out, take a look, Give it a follow because we don't have just secondary streams there. That we have events that are streamed specifically on there, usually by Jeff McMahon, wonderful technician and a great dart streamer in his own right, or myself. So give it a follow over there, guys.
Yep.
Give us some love and support.
Yeah, absolutely. They're always doing amazing stuff as well. The little group, the little streaming like groups that we've kind of created here is really cool. It's cool to have all the involvement and all the crisscross applesauce that we get in between everything. It's I think it adds to the successfulness of what we do.
It certainly does. Honestly, the most crazy thing about what we do, Sean, is simply the fact that because we commentate all these different players across all these different states, and we have these, like you said, these streaming bubbles, these networks. The best part is going to any state. I know if I go to a local tournament, whether I'm just on vacation with the family or something else, I know for a fact that I will be able to find someone I know there and start throwing darts. And if I don't know them personally, maybe I read their name on the PPD forums or something. It's really cool. It makes the darts world feel a little smaller, but in a good way. It feels more connected.
You're absolutely right. 116 needed from McKimmey, and he gets it done. Woo, that got a little close there at the end of the day. 4.65. There you go. Mike McKimmey, last leg decider. And that's, again, not unexpected out of him at this point in time with how he's been playing. And this is an iron sharpens iron type of area in Indy. And Mike's one of those players that has just been playing more often and continue to get better. It looks like we have a great match coming up on our stream right away.
Yeah, this
as
is
we get going.
This is a Division 38 match. It's Shelly Divers taking on Savannah Hayes. All ladies matchup going on here.
I absolutely love that so much.
Yeah, it's round 4 on the loser's side here. Shelly playing out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, Yenza.
And then Savannah playing out of Florida. I believe this is King seats that we're looking at. So good to see these ladies stepping up here. And this is one of the lower divisions. We have 39 divisions. This is 38. So
love it.
Dabbing our toes in all the different waters today as we get some higher divisions, some lower divisions, some in between divisions as well. Love to do that. As Savannah.
What a great name. My daughter's name's Savannah, so.
Yep.
And then Shelly has a good name too, but I don't have a daughter named Shelly. Gets 2 19s in there from Shelly. So Shelly's from Pittsburgh, huh? They're making some their hometown team's making some people a little bit upset, I think, with some of the moves they're making. Some of their home fans. Kenny Pickett's gone. Traded to the Eagles. And now they're rolling with Russell Wilson.
Got to do what you got to do, I guess, at the end of the day. I went through it for years with the Kansas City Chiefs, and now we've kind of found our groove here. Thank goodness.
Think?
Just a little bit. We can always have more.
Well, that's true. You've shown that. Will you guys be the Leonard Gates of the Booyah Cup? First team to ever three-peat? We'll see. It was way too good of an analogy for you not to be paying attention to me right there.
No, I was paying attention. You just don't acknowledge it because then you just don't want to jinx anything. You're okay.
Oh, I got you.
Just keep it going.
That's
keep
fair.
It going. Big hit there from Savannah. That's a good 4 mark.
Savannah looks like she watches Chrissy Grimble on that third dart. She throws her shoulder into that and steps forward. All of it. I like it. See, she was adjusting headphones or changing songs, something. Shelly, though, in control right now. First leg. Best 2 out of 3. You said it, Division 38. So either I'm going to guess really newer players to the game that are just kind of getting their feet wet, maybe their first PPD nationals ever going on currently. We've never had 38 divisions in singles before, so I'm going to guess that for a lot of these players, they're pretty new to the PPD system, or they're just really enjoy playing the game for fun. And either way, that's great.
Well, Savannah, according to her book average here, has a 1.862 average. Let's be honest.
The throw looks way better.
Let's be honest. 182 is not even like bad by any means, if we're being honest. When I get a new player into the game, I'm going to say go for a 1.5, then go for a 2.0, and just start going up by 0.5 increments, and switch it to quarter increments after that. If you need a number to go for, if you need that carrot on the stick to chase, and so to be a 1.8, I believe she's a fairly new darter. At least for a Florida player, I've never interacted with her to my knowledge. So so far, pretty exciting stuff to see.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that whoever has taught her how to play the game, whoever that may be, her shot is very good. Like very textbook, right below the eye. Her elbow doesn't move. And it's just, I think, the consistency of her release point and her grip that's going to kind of be that next step for her. Shelly, you can see kind of in the bottom of the screen, has a little bit more of a unique throw. See what I'm talking about there, Will? It's just pretty textbook. She does walk dart 3 a little bit.
I wonder how old Savannah is.
I mean, you never can tell on a camera like this.
You can never tell, but she looks like she's younger.
I mean, she's anywhere from Liam Musser to 30. You know, like it could be anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna guess, she's
16. There you go.
Okay, so I'm about to say she looks like she's
That's awesome.
15 to 20 range. So she's a younger lady here, getting underway with these darts.
Yeah, Gary
in her career here for young. Love that.
She's learning from all of us at King Seat 16. Well, King Seat is a hot spot for some good darts, and you can tell she has really, really good throw mechanics that are going to make her better quicker.
And already round 15 or 16 here, if I'm not mistaken.
So yeah,
this is.
Does a newer player know about strategy here in this situation of the round out?
She needs to hammer those 20s, start to, because now you're round 17.
Ramon saying she's our youth player for Team Eclipse Designs. I love that. And she is wearing a nice jersey. I like it. The future is bright in darts. I'm telling you what, bud. I'm telling you definitely. What.
Well, we're starting to see it. We saw it. We're seeing it on our TikTok platforms where a lot of these youngsters are joining us on that platform, and we're starting to see that it's over 50% swaying towards that younger generation. You're like, okay, that's where they're starting to get involved in the game at, because always our Facebook numbers sway towards the higher ages, and you're like, okay, they're paying attention. It's just in different forms. They're focusing on the match or the leg rather than the extended day of play, because that's what the younger generation thinks of now. It's quick spurts, quick little attention spans.
Yeah, Chad, did you hear that? Throughout the whole spiel, all I heard is, you're old.
I'm old too, brother.
Well, 32. It's a lot of players in there. They're not that old.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny to see like what people are saying about Luke Littler and how he literally just doesn't practice. He will step up, be playing on his phone, and 10 minutes before the match, he'll jump up and do a couple practice throws and say, all right, I'm good. How? Well, he just got it down pat. Works for him.
Yeah, or if he overthinks it and everything, he ends up trying new different things, and then he's screwed. That's the last thing you want to do. And Savannah, it's getting near the end of this, and there's the point lead for the first time in a while. It looks like Shelly does have 16s to point on herself. This is round 20. So who points more here? Shelly needs at least one to get the point lead.
Yeah, pressure's on Shelly right now. She's really going to be feeling it here. One doesn't feel like enough, and it's only one here. So Savannah just needs a big single here.
And there it is. She will do that. And now she'll kind of ease it into it. Yep, exactly. You know that's coming once she hits the first one. Yeah. And that'll do it. Savannah Hayes wins leg number 1. We'll go to leg number 2, 0-1. 5-1, open and open out. And you can see the cheering section back there. Man, that guy has some amazing locks of hair.
Just remember, Sean, it's a Florida bar. So if you encourage them too much, they might start acting crazy on camera.
Mike McKimmey, Lyle Campbell getting underway here in their third place match, their loser side, third, fourth place match. One loss side, I should say.
Yeah, I think you confuse people more.
I do. I do. That was just terrible from Will. I mean,
there you go. Justin Hayes, Savannah's brother, is the one with with the great locks of hair there in the background. Hey man, we've done a lot of shows in the past week and a half. My brain is mush. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, just a touch, brother. Just a touch. I mean,
on Wednesday, I didn't even know what I was saying half the time.
It's good to have a few nights and maybe a week or so in between to have a break now and again. So
I got my one. We're good.
Yeah, you're one. Oh, I forget. We got 4 days in a row here.
Yeah. Actually, I have starting Sunday, I have 4 days in a row too. So I have tonight and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Nick, I'm probably going to skip out on Sunday, brother. I'm going to do some stuff with the family. Just going to let you know that ahead of time. But okay. I feel a sickness coming on.
He already said no. He already said he was fine for the whole weekend, Nick.
For the record,
I was there for you.
I am not some person that is yelling at them, telling them what to do. I'm like, guys, just let me know if you're available for the weekend. And then they'll say, sure, we'll let you know. And then disappear for a while. And then they'll come back and they'll tell me things and I'll forget to read a message. And it's a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. And Paul Rogers, it's just jealousy, buddy. When I mention people's long hair, it's just jealousy.
Hey, jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy.
Oh, sorry. Savannah, door opening opportunity here is
just want to
sitting in that second position. Yeah, and she has the upper hand right now. Got to hit at least a bull here. She does. Yep.
16 years old, and that throw is better than mine has ever been and will ever be. But I sure can't sit down in a chair and talk good. Tyler, that is appreciative, bud. That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. Look at that, Will. I'm about to have some fresh locks.
Good luck sticking them to your dome there, son. Savannah, 112. With Shelly back on 231, she's going to get at least 3 here, maybe 6 darts.
Big last dart from Shelly. My goodness.
That was massive because then it potentially has that what if factor on that. I mean, yes, it's a hefty out, 161, but it can be taken out.
Look at this.
And she's going to say, what?
Boom goes the dynamite. What a 112.
That was fantastic from
Savvy
the young
Hayes.
lady. Wow.
Love it.
Have yourself a day, Savannah Hayes. I
she
love
it.
it.
27 plus. Probably knowing that she was on the live stream. Yeah, that's a woo. That's why we like to watch all levels, ladies and gentlemen.
Love it. Division 38 rolling.
As we roll right back to Division 4.
Yeah, we'll roll right on up. We're moving on up.
They see him rolling. They
Okay,
hate him.
I immediately hate this now.
4.967. 4.967. 4.967.
That's hefty. That
Yeah.
is hefty.
I told you, the consistency from Mike McKimmey, it will not shock me because of how well I've seen him play. And that's against the big dogs at Indiana State that, typically most people struggle with. And so he proved it. He just continues to prove it, that he belongs kind of in that top level and that he keeps winning at the top level now. I'm telling you right now, this Savannah's going to energize me for the entire rest of the night because of how well she just played that last leg and the pure joy that she had when she hit that 112. That's what darts is about, ladies and gentlemen. And also the nice hat trick from Mike. Going up against the lefty, Lyle Campbell. McKimmey goes ahead and ruins his perfect game, so nice job.
Blew it.
Well, it happens to the best of us and to the worst of us.
I've never ruined a perfect game, Sean. Never.
You never had a shot at one, so that doesn't matter.
True. That is
East Iowa, West Illinois is where Lyle Campbell is residing in the Iowa area. They're on the border. And Mike's going to put some pressure on the 88. He would have liked to put more, but 136 and open out with the bull is not that difficult for this level.
Yeah, but Lyle's can take out this 88.
Yeah, and he
pretty
does
easily. And good stuff. 1-1.
Last leg decider. The winner is guaranteed third place. The loser guaranteed fourth. So no matter what, they're riding in some money today.
You got James Huskin, Tyler Ward, Derek Krause, and Kevin Coots in this king seat spot remaining in this bracket for Division II. So we make our way down to some positions where we're going to crown some winners.
I have a weird feeling that Kevin's last name is Cuts.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Because, if you just replace the K with an N, how would you pronounce that?
Yep, I was sitting here thinking to myself when I looked at that name again, I was like, I wonder if he does Cuts. But now we're committed, so
he's cutting down the competition.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up, Sean.
See, Mike is he's ready to go. He gets a little ornery from time to time. I love Mike.
Think it's going to play today or no?
Or never. Look how ornery he's getting. 5 open from Mike. Went at the 18s on dart too. Justin, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Saw that earlier. Of course, the Outlaw has been in the chat. Cat's in there saying hello to some people. How about the greatest button pusher in the history of CSU China Series? Says nice shot to that young lady, Brian Henry. Michigan giving props to Florida there. And McKimmey hits the bailout plan. I can see Chuck Brown back there in the background. Look at Lyle.
Big triple 18 to start. He could attack those 19s, and that's exactly what he tried to do. And he held true there after that first dart. I don't know about that one, but at the same time, he's got the 18s and 20s to work with, so no harm, no foul. Because even if Lyle wants to, he's got to attack it with one dart on the 19s and then go 20s, 18s. He's not even going to come up with anything.
That's going to hurt. It should hurt. Mike gets rid of the 19. Is going to move right to the 20s again. Gets a little bit more points. Debbie Hughes, what's up? Austin saying Devin Neese is going crazy today. And then Mike Croning, what's up, brother? Live here for PPD Nationals. Get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out that map. And yep, I'm going to stop there. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Mike with a big 7. Tried to dagger in all 3, but he'll take 7 in that situation. Only leaves Lyle the 15s, and that's not a good feeling to have. Dennis Shea, how are you doing, my friend? Printing Partners. Dennis Shea does a great job with all of our stuff. And McKinney, one more. Got it. Points. Yeah, that'll work. That'll pretty much do it for Mike McKinney. And in this one, 1-1 score line. Going first, I think, has made all the difference here.
Yeah, he'll lock in that third place position, guaranteed.
And have a chance to roll.
Potentially a place in the finals. We'll kind of potentially mark that one down and wait and see. As it does look like Mike Maloney and Steve Diker will get underway in the background as well. So we're kind of keeping an eye on that one just in case. But I believe, what is that? A third place matchup? Third place matchup. So
what division?
that is Division 32.
Nice. Out of 38, I like it.
No, folks, that's Division 1.
Oh, I didn't want to assume. You never know. Mike's been playing poorly recently. All right, Mike McKinney gets it done. A 4.23 in that last league decider. I haven't seen a 3 out of him yet. So and we head on over to another Mike. This one, the Maloney type, taking on Scuba Steve Diker. As we see this look from Black Saddle. As we are back in the saddle again, Mike Maloney in control of this leg. Leg number 1, race to 2. Best 2 out of 3. Nothing score line. I believe Scuba Steve is then that third place spot. So Maloney has to be double dipped in order for Scuba to make it past him. To get all the way back to JC Martinez.
Exactly. That's a good point there. Is Maloney does take that first leg there and get things underway. But just to give you a little bit more context for that tail of the tape. So Mike Maloney lost to JC Martinez. Again, shocking. Who's shocked? And then afterwards, Maloney goes on to losers bracket and then faces Steve Diker that just beat Ram Guevara the round before, loses out to Maloney, and then back down into loser side of the bracket, fought his way back, knocking out Shane Watson and Ram Guevara again to get back for this opportunity to get into the final.
There you go. And this is going to be a game of hat tricks. I'm actually kind of surprised that Mike didn't start off with the 20s there. Because he's, he can do the 20s now.
Wow.
So you can go trip 20s now, which he has to do. If Scuba goes perfect in the first 2, he has to.
Yeah, it's a smart move here to go for it.
19.
You can see he's going trip 19.
Yep, look at this. A single 19 on the last start. That was a good look at it, though, wasn't it?
Smart.
Those are the right darts math-wise. You don't want to give Scuba automatically 6 darts from 201. That's a losing combination if I've ever heard one. And so Mike was trying to stab to get the first look at a finish here. If he would have hit that trip 19, he would have left 180 to take it out for the match. Put some pressure on the 91 with 92 left. Scuba has to hit this to stay in this bad boy. Bullseye. He misses the big bull.
Yeah, and that's going to prove to be costly. Yeah, I think that's going to be a costly miss. And I think Steve already knows it.
Yeah.
This is the second time in this series as Mike Maloney's just going to try to take out double and doesn't.
He
It happens
doesn't
right
do
there.
it.
This is Steve
Oh
Dyker's chance for
my
revenge.
goodness.
That
All right,
first
fat single. Yeah.
Dyker gets it. That first set we watched, Dyker needed 4 bulls, hits a single bull, double bull, missed, and then Maloney went behind and hit the hat trick to steal it in the last series. So a little bit of reverse jiu-jitsu here, a little bit.
I cannot believe that.
They both hit that about 8 out of 10 times. Would you say that's probably fair? If not more than that in that type of checkout? Open.
Yeah, and I can't believe that's just crazy to me that literally just happened.
Well, let's rediddle. We're not even done with the diddle yet. 140, 140. Oh, look at this. He hits another 140 for Mike Maloney. It's still doable. If Scuba goes triple, he's going to shoot the bull on dart 3. Oh, now he's going to go double or trip. Not going to do it. So Mike Maloney's going to get the start here in this last late decider. I love the diddle format because it's almost like I want to do commentary on that too, and I just realized it. All right. Here we go. Mike Maloney, Steve Dyker. Steve wins. We go again. If Mike wins, he will go on to face JC Martinez. And, well, I don't think Mike wants to see JC Martinez anymore for the next couple weeks. He's over him. Starts off with a 9 mark.
And that 9 mark could prove to be the match setter here. Let's see.
Scuba going to fire one back.
Scuba's going to fire one back.
He does. Boom goes the Wisconsinite from Scuba Steve Dyker.
Fantastic.
Maloney responding. Oh, only 4. Opens the door. Stay in and hit 7. Woo! Hit that like button, hit that share button. Let everybody know that we are live here for this 3rd place match. The finals coming up next for Division 1. Plus plenty of other situations as Maloney gets another 9. Boom goes the dynamite. Mike Maloney, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
That stinkers.
Yep. Let's go, Steve. Let's go, Steve. Because we will not get the finals Division 1 if Mike Maloney wins, since both Mike and JC do not have their cameras working.
No, so let's just clarify that because you read the whole teleprompter there, Sean. Tom Ryan.
He has 3 9 marks in 4 rounds.
We had that camera angle with JC Martinez on the stream there, so we wanted to go ahead and adjust that for you guys. So they are remounting that camera currently.
Okay. Look at that. Another 9. Mike Maloney has thrown 3 9 marks in his 4 rounds that he's played. And Scuba is staying right with him. Look at this, man. Gross.
It's getting to be unreal how many times we're just blown away with how good these folks are playing. It's the world we live in right now. Just fantastic darts all around.
This is crazy. Big dart. And he hits it. That'll probably cement it. We'll see what Scuba does. 71 points back. Bullseye, close. That was the attempt. Just force Mike to not have any bailouts. Now Mike should get this done right here. And Mike Maloney ruins our day in Division 1 and Scubas, I guess. As it looks like JC Martinez will take on Mike Maloney behind closed doors again.
So we'll just have to see what happens, but yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a short break. Right, Will?
Yep. Sounds good to me. We'll take a quick break here and see what happens. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see what we got coming your way here next. Brought to you by Nick Teixeira.
Possibilities are endless.
Get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're A2ZDarts.com, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to AZDarts.com. Introducing the classic standard Blade 6, the dual core version, same as the lineup from the Blade 5. However, Winmore's come out with an entirely new model called the triple core. So the triple core is essentially the dual core dartboard with an added third layer of carbon fiber sisal in the back, creating literally the ultimate setup for durability. So not only are you paying for an even better longevity of the dartboard, but also enhanced graphics and functionality. All three dartboards have a hardened double bullseye and 25 segment to help with durability. So listen up, Americans, we need this because of our obsession with cricket. The most common problems we have with sisal dartboards is the bullseye segment wearing out or some issue with a wire. So let's just say we're not known for wearing out our doubles. All three dartboards come fitted with the 3 Rotolock wheels to help stabilize the board to any wall surface. But the adjustable wheels make your life so much easier because they allow you to rotate your board super quick and easy. You just loosen them, rotate, then tighten them again, then of course fix your numbering.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
How to use a Corona light on a soft tip electronic dartboard using a Target Corona conversion kit. This kit comes with 4 identical pieces here. Very, very simple. The very bottom has 4 prongs that actually insert into the outer ring of the board. The other backside has a magnetic piece there that goes and connects against the magnetic feet of the Corona light. So full disclosure for this kit, it's not compatible with all electronic dartboards out there. We've tested everyone in the store. It does not work with the Target Nexus or other boards similar to that shell, and it doesn't work with the Grand Practice 13-inch board. However, it's compatible with the Grand versions 1, 2, 3, 3S, and the Grand Dash, as well as the Darts Live 100S and 200S. And that is it. You guys ready? Turn this bad boy on. Voila, that is it. Very, very easy to do, super affordable with the Target Corona conversion kit. The Target Colt Darts range from the 2022 launches here. This is their high-end 90% tungsten range, and the theme is a stunning green and gold. So really what differentiates these is mostly the barrel shape. You have a torpedo option, a front-loaded almost bomber shape, and then a straight barrel. I would start there for your personal preference because your grip reference points are going to be really close throughout the entire range. All right, let's throw all of the steel tip variants onto the Target Aspar board. And as you can see, we've got the brand new mod home dartboard system all set up, ready to go. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. And a quick note on the dual core dartboard, it's mounted on the very new edge corner bracket. So that is a new product by Winmore, and we've reviewed that and we're gonna show you exactly how to mount it. So stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, let's chuck some darts. Okay, we'll go 20. Oh. Oh, missed the hat trick again. That's okay. But did you guys notice that this corner bracket is freaking solid, man. The board is not shaking at all, at least from my vantage point. I'll check to see the close-up afterwards. But even removing the darts, solid board, solid corner mount. The new FitPoint Plus CC conversion points. The CC in the name stands for carbon composite, which is a material that is very durable yet very lightweight, close to the soft tip plastic points you're used to throwing. They come in 2 available lengths to choose from, the shorter 25mm and the longer 30mm. They feature barbed tips that help to prevent bounce outs. Something to be said about these is they're very aggressive at first, versus being made smooth and wearing out to virtually nothing. So you can speed up the smoothing process by taking sandpaper to the barbed section. Here's a quick comparison of a brand new set versus a set used in a few games. When these were brand new, we noticed they pulled up fibers from the dartboard, so we recommend throwing at unpopular numbers. The left side of the board, definitely not the bullseye, treble, or doubles. They include a FitPoint Plus tool to loosen and tighten them. Couple that with a set of O-rings and you're darn near guaranteed a secure fit. That concludes our review. This product is available on our website, a2zdarts.com. Remember, we're your partner in darts, and thanks for watching.
All righty, folks, here we go once again. Robert, Bill, last chance side, one leg decider. Who is gonna win? Sorry.
What are you doing?
I had to go slow
And
motion
steady to
for
win
you.
the race. Sound like a Bill Shakespeare over there with that iambic pentameter you were using. All right. Here's Bill from Bill's Pub. What's sad is that actually is iambic pentameter from Will Shakespeare that you were doing there. Fun fact, that's how you're supposed to read Shakespeare, is in couplets.
So, Sean, I just want to let you know, fun facts are supposed to be fun. Did you know that?
That is a fun
Yeah,
one.
I didn't
Now,
know
next
if you
time you
knew
were,
that or not.
now tomorrow night when you read Shakespeare at your Shakespeare club, you know how to read it now. Do 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 do. It's like that.
Now, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, boys, but this is our first time actually seeing Bill's Pub here, and
Yeah.
I would presume there's at least a decent chance that the guy named Bill playing out of Bill's Pub might be the Bill, and this might be his pub. Who knows?
Man, that's a bold statement. There, Bill is probably a pretty common name, just overall in the world. We have a Bill sitting right near us here in the booth, if you wanted to be called that. So, Bill, you're the expert on this. Is there only one Bill at Bill's? Bill?
Well, Billiam, let me tell
It's
you.
also in Missouri, so it's close.
Don't you dare call me Bill. Well, Robert takes a stranglehold of this leg so far. Has the 20s, has the 18s, and the point advantage here. So,
Damien, I have no idea if we have a camera package for Kendra or not, but I can tell you that Nick's going to look for it. And if we do, then we will most likely have that match right after this match concludes on this board. You ask and you shall receive when you have the tools to do it.
For the record, chat, if you ask, you may not always receive. That is not a promise or guarantee by any means. PPD is not liable for any of claims made by Sean Green or Will Stewart.
Yeah, that's why I
Glad
get
you
away with so
mentioned
much
that.
stuff. Yeah.
don't put that on me, Sean.
Oh, that's an American accent. No, you put that on us, Will. Gosh. Archives and everything.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I had to kind of, what'd you want me to do? Just jump out with my like eagle claw?
What?
America.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. You're doing great, every one of you.
I know.
Bill.
Fantastic.
Looking pretty good here on that first start. Unable to follow. He kissed it off the dart twice, but it falls into the 7.
Yeah, still Robert looking to take advantage here. He can attack these 16s. No harm, no foul. 1, 2. Get rid of them.
Well, if darts were only that easy. And he moved back to 20s. Said, I don't need no stinking 16s on everything. Steve, we know you did. It was tough early on in that leg with Maloney throwing 3 9 marks in 4 legs and you staying right with him. Just rodeo darts at one point. Just trying to hang on. I made that up just now. Is that cool or no?
No, not at all.
Dang it. Nick,
Great attempt. Not really.
Nick, he's sarcastic sometimes. So is it good or no?
I'm going to be honest. I usually am listening, but I wasn't there. I'm going to go with my default answer with no.
That's your default answer on giving me positivity? All right. Well, now I know. All right, cool. Chat liked it. That's all that matters. They haven't said yet, but I'm sure they did. Jason Watt says, way to only throw a 6.17, Steve. And they meant to say, Scuba Steve, damn you. I was hoping you'd wake up. Robert, 1 bowl away from taking out this match. Thanks, Conrad. Appreciate you. Now I know it was really good. Okay, good. Whew. Well, he said it was all right. Like a 7 out of 10. I'll take it, you know? All right. Robert for the match. And then we'll head on over to Kendra. Well, we might go over to Kendra. It's very laggy in the location.
Maybe.
So it's a definite maybe. Jamie, no, we both got a day off yesterday. So don't give me that. I am back ready to go for another 6 days straight. And Bill, well, he has a lot of work to do, but that'll start it. Double's nice. Probably too little, too late. And Robert gets it done.
Yeah, takes the win here. Advances on as we'll hop on over
To Kendra in a bad spot overall by legs or by wedges here, but point wise, she's doing all right.
Yeah. So
You
to
can
give
see
guys
it's a little head or behind. Yep.
Yeah, some context here. This is a 3rd place match, Division 26. Kendra coming from the 1-loss side, so would need to win this best of 3. I did try really hard to whoever requested that in chat there. I really wanted to get that one going. I believe Damian Lofton was the one that asked. Unfortunately, with the internet just being as laggy as it is there right now, I'm really going to have to probably say that we're not going to be able to stick with this one. But in the meantime, while we're getting that next match set up, we'll keep it on the screen here. I just want to give you guys a heads up because we don't like to cut away from something without telling you guys what's happening. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get these guys in sync today with how it's acting up.
Yeah, the board's about 10 seconds behind of the throw or something like that.
Well, Joe has the advantage now, so needing just the bulls to take the leg out. Round number 11 here. As you can see, it's pretty
Look at Kendra.
quick. Yeah, we're a little bit laggy here, so
She's back in this thing a little bit now. Because the fallout actually closes 16s too. Well, bulls again for Kendra. Way off on that second one. Got to get right back in there and doesn't hit anything. Advantage Joe now for the leg. I'm gonna guess he hits it. Well, wouldn't you imagine that? He does on dart too. The scoreboard lit up, so you can kind of tell there. All right, as we head to leg number 2. So this third place match. So is this going to be the 0-1 leg? I knew that. They can't hear you, can they? Perfect. All right. Glad all of you heard that from just my perspective.
Yep. Yep, exactly what happened there.
Yep.
We'll just kind of wait it out here as we do have a little rematch getting ready to happen over at
the stadium.
Yeah, there we go. I was just on the tip of my tongue there. Michael Stewart and Juan Hernandez, who we saw in a match earlier.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately we're going to take it over that match, right, Nick? All right, thanks, Nick. Oh, he's fixing stuff. Never mind. I keep forgetting that I can't see all of what you're doing over on your side. I have it covered by the chat. So, chat, how are you doing on this great Friday evening? We are live here. Sean Green, Will Stewart, Nick Teixeira, PPD Nationals, giving away a ton of money this weekend. And guys, I am jealous actually that I'm not going to be here tomorrow because the bonus pool storylines are always the coolest.
They definitely are.
There he is. Hi, bud.
Who are you?
I thought I was talking to myself.
This isn't therapy session. What are we doing here?
Oh sorry. Anthony Dunklin in there. Brian Henry. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well.
Sorry, I've had
no one said hi to you yet, Will.
Little something going on in the background, so I've been taking care of it. Sorry. Oh.
Julio Rodriguez in there. What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, we saw some great darts from Mike Maloney and Scuba Steve. Here is Juan Hernandez taking on Mr. Michael Stewart. Brian Bowling finally said hi to you, Will. He felt bad.
Hello.
You gotta say Brian and only Brian, or else it's not cool. I don't know what you're saying.
No, I'm just feeling alone here.
Oh, well, that's true. For sure.
It's quite all right.
We're not even like 1,000 miles within 1,000 miles of each other, are we?
Nope. Yeah, we are. Yeah,
I don't know how. I don't know how distance
we're like
works.
500. Well, no, we're about 600 miles.
That's it.
Let me check.
I bet it's more.
Yeah, I think we're about 600 miles, if not just a little bit over.
Survey says.
I know you're not Indianapolis, but
I'm just north of it, so that's about right.
Yeah. 682 miles.
So I was right.
No, I told you.
You said 600
miles, a little bit over.
Well, 82 miles is not. That's another like hour and a half of driving. That's not a little bit over.
It's pretty close, bub. You were closer than your 1,000 miles apart.
Fair. That's fair. All right. I guess I forgot I said that first.
59 marks. What are they going to hit? 1 million?
Oh my gosh. Where do you come up with this stuff, Nick?
From the bottom of my heart. That's where it comes from every time, buddy.
Where do
What
you
was
come
that
up with this
sound that
stuff?
came out of your microphone there? That was crazy. All right. Juan stepping up. Looking at 16s. Just kidding. I don't know. 18s was where he was looking. Opens up the door for Mike. $39 divisions here for singles today. 42 divisions of doubles tomorrow with the bonus pool alive and well. 10K bonus pool on down. And the storylines again are endless with those. We've seen 10K awarded to one person. That was a nuts one. We've seen 4K awarded to one person. And that 4K winner, who didn't even know he won that, ended up becoming a CSC Challenger Series favorite. Crowd favorite amongst, and that's Mr. Chris Watson. It's always fun.
Juan, eyeballing this win here. Potentially. What are we on? Round, is that 18 there is what I'm seeing? Or 16? Round 10?
That's just round 10, Will. Calm it down. These eyes.
I'm old. Wow, that was bad.
Will, I appreciate you checking in with me. We did not, luckily, have very much damage at all or any at all from the tornadoes that happened to the east of us by about 100 miles or so. Still in Indiana, but yeah, to the east of us. So we are definitely hoping everything's okay over there, and that, yeah, that's Tornado Alley for you. Happens from time to time.
Oh, you're Tornado Alley?
Yeah.
I'm Tornado Alley, bud.
You know what's weird is that weirdly, like, there's multiple states and like people that like are in Tornado Alley. Like, it's a whole alley. It's not just like one
No.
area.
No.
Just because the movie Twister was based exactly where you are does not mean that we also cannot be in Tornado Alley, because we are.
No.
Because we get tornadoes.
No.
Why do you want that moniker? It is not a good moniker to want.
All right. Juan, what do you got here?
All right, Juan showing us what he's got in the tank here for us. Gonna try to grab those. Oh, he's trying to grab some points here. Does get a big trip on the last one. Good find there for Hernandez. Keeping the leg going, because you want to get this first one out of the way, especially when you get to the Division 25 plus level. That's when the mentality starts to change a little bit. You don't expect the 90 mark every time, although it certainly can happen. What the difference is you want to get your wins where you can get them, and both of this is for both these guys, this is a very winnable leg. But for
There it is. Juan
a
gets
little
it.
more.
Sorry, someone in my headset said a funny thing without anyone else hearing it, and I had to laugh immediately about it because it hit me like a ton of bricks how quiet it was because no one could hear it. Thanks, Nick. And then you jump in to try to save the day with the commentary like nothing happened, like it wasn't your fault at all.
I can't help that God made me funny, Sean. I just can't do anything
Same,
about that.
same.
Like,
You know, you're not.
we
You're
were
not
born
wrong.
like this, dude. Like, this is a struggle. Do you understand?
Maybe we were born this way.
Do you know what? Like, chat, for everyone that doesn't know, when Sean or I enter the room, we instantly have to become the life of if there's a party in there. That is how that works. It is so exhausting. Julio, and that's funny looking at the Eclipse Designs shirts, dude. I'm just kidding. No, you guys actually.
Oh my gosh! What the heck, man?
I'm just salty. Julio, all love and respect. There you go. He knew.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to this. Where'd Will go?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm so funny. He realized he can never keep up. I don't know. No, he had to go take care of something. I know the kid has been extra rambunctious today, and didn't want to take his nap. So I know he's having a double whammy situation in the background there, and on top of whatever else is happening. So you're just stuck with us. I will be honest. It's starting to wind down here a little bit for us as far as stream team. So I'm actually free again. That's why, if you guys are curious, that's why I pretty much will say almost nothing those first few matches because I'm back here scrambling. But now we're down to our last couple, and let me tell you, it's shaping up to be quite the interesting debacle looking at these different divisions here, Sean.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see how some of these conclusions occur. Juan in a battle right now should have a chance to get the advantage back. We have seen that in 01 specifically, these players, even in these lower levels, have really come alive a lot more.
Yeah, well, it's just about rising to the occasion. There's no better feeling than being a player that's new or maybe has lower expectations of their darts or just as a more casual enjoyer of the sport, hitting the big turn in the big tournaments and that adrenaline rush, that celebration like we saw with Miss Savannah earlier, like seeing something like that, or with Stephanie Neal as well. It's one of the most exciting things to be able to catch on camera. It's so raw.
Absolutely. I said it when it happened. That's what darts is about, right? Is that pure love and emotion of the game. And it's cool to actually see that, play out.
I certainly agree with that one, Sean. You know what? I don't care what Will says. You make some good points every now and again.
Well, blind squirrel, you get it.
Does what to the who?
Broken clock. I'm bound to be right every once in a while. Looks like Will is really saying that we're number one on the camera system. It's really nice of him to continue to do that.
Ron Burgundy, everybody. There's no secrets.
I'm
in
Ron
our
Burgundy. All right. Juan to win the match. Single 20. Gets it done. Juan breaks the throw and wins it.
Yeah, that's a great win there for Hernandez. And let's be honest, because he had the advantage. They didn't go to last chance. We might as well just go ahead and stick with him over to the final here in Division 25. Get our first final coverage of today. See Daryl Cortez giving him some daps up there. You can see Cortez polish his shoes like he does every time before he's in front of a camera. It's a bit weird.
Those are bright.
Yeah. He sends me pictures of his shoes and asks me if the cameras are working.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love me some Daryl.
That's an OG move.
Yeah.
That's an OG move.
Yeah, real respect's real on that one.
Yeah. Or just unreal respect's real.
So we got Mike and Jim. Ooh.
Nope. We have Juan Hernandez and who he's going to play in the finals.
We're gonna pop it on over to Mike and Jim. I guarantee it because I'm forcing him right now.
Yeah, no,
see that?
You're spot on. We are going to cover the Division 25 final, so we will probably cut this because this is a third place match. Cut it short here once they get ready to start playing that final. But in the meantime,
Division
we might as well
4?
just stay on this. Yeah, Division 4 because the 25 finals ready. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So here we go, Mr. James Huskin. We saw this matchup play out earlier. Mike getting the best of him in the last leg decider. Bound to be a good one. And Mike has sat for about 20 minutes. And that could be a little bit of a difference here out the gate. Will, in the middle of like big tournaments, what do you do in between rounds when you have a little bit of time to wait? Do you continue to throw? Do you
Nope.
chill?
Yep. I don't do anything. I just chill, relax, and then sometimes it catches up with me. Sometimes I catch myself and kind of go up there and at least try to put in some form of effort to get myself ready for the whatever's coming my way, whatever match maybe up ahead. But yeah, sometimes you just got to kick back and relax because there's no sense in continuing to throw if you've got a potential hour and a half wait.
Well, James with a big 8 mark right there. I think Mike turned around and goes, "Drink. I need a drink."
Bring it over.
Yep. Leg number 1 here. Rates 2 out of 3. Mike does have to be double dipped by James. And Mike only has to beat James 1 time in a best 2 out of 3. If James wins this first one, we go to a last chance decider of 1 game of cricket. Dave, you're welcome. I actually did not even see your message. I'm going to guess that my producer just put that in my ear once he saw your message, and I have been just reading everything that he says, unfortunately, at times.
Exactly it. Exactly it.
And if you think that's funny, here's a dad joke for you.
No, don't do it.
If you are cold at any point in time, Will, do you know what you need to do?
What?
Just go stand in the corner. It's always 90 degrees in the corner. You smirked. I want everybody to know that you smirked.
Not funny, Sean.
But
I'll tell you what is funny. Your hairline. All righty, so back to it, folks. James in a position to potentially steal the outright advantage here. Well, considering he got the first look, yeah, he's probably going to have it. Probably have the advantage, Will. We'll
what
see.
did you just say?
What?
Look at this, Mike McKimmey. Big 135. And he's right back in this. He says, "You want to know how I get back in this thing? 180. Let's go."
No. James still has that subtle advantage if he just keeps on rolling with the Bulls. He's just fine. And look at him rolling. 150.
Leaves the 142.
How do you attack the 142? Just bull, trip 14?
Yep, 100%. And Mike's going to try and leave 149. Just in case he does not hit the 142, he'll have a shot at it. And he will. Anything you can do, I can do the same. 142 for the first dip in the ice cream container.
He's got it. Oh!
Weird. Will jinxed the heck out of that, didn't he? All right, so now if you're Mike here, you can do this about this one of 2 ways. I like the bull first, and then trip 20, trip 13. But he might go, he might go 19s first. I kind of figured that was going to happen. So here we go. It'll be 1 leg of cricket for the chance to make it to the finals, where they'll have to triple dip before they get dipped once.
And that's pretty tough. it's a tough situation for both these guys because knowing they have a big competitor in that king seat spot can be difficult, especially knowing you gotta pull off the three-peat.
Hey, we've seen it before.
We've seen it numerous times, and I think it was funny to see Jim's take on that one, Jim Turrentine, and how he says, at the end of the day, I just love seeing those who came out and won the triple dip. That's why we do it. I was like, well, hey, kudos. There's been
unique.
numerous ones. Yeah, it's unique, and it makes it fun to some. Not that person who gets nailed on the head with it.
This isn't the name of the guy that McKinney was playing, right?
Yeah, unless, but say that's not Josh. Should be.
He forgets the
James.
name of the person.
Whoop whoop. Could be just the person below by accident. As we'll head on over to this matchup at the stadium. Brian Tatro taking on Juan Hernandez, and Brian, a good player out of Oklahoma. Familiar with him?
Man, you just need to stop talking about people. You were just jinxing the heck out of them.
It's one round. Calm down, Sean. It's better than
I'm
your
calm.
1.3 average that you flaunt around like you own it. Well, you should, because that's your average, 1.3.
Yeah, Jeremiah loves punishment. Wants ultimate punishment at all times. If a player, and also on the reverse side, though, you win once against the double dip, it's frustrating. You win twice against the double dip, it's all right, a little bit exciting, and then you win the very last chance decider. You are going to talk about that for the next 3 months. Nick still has not shut up about the loss that he had in the triple dip that one time 18 years ago when he was 7 years old.
Yeah, I was playing in the original incantation of the PPD. No, I'm not going to make you guys listen to that story every time. Just every other time. I'll probably tell the story of Porky tomorrow.
You can do it today. That's fine.
No,
we love hearing
it. Asking. No, Division 25 Finals is starting. This is what we want to see.
Which is the perfect time for you to tell the story. That's why I set it up for you. Now tell the story.
No, what Sean is alluding to is 2018, 2019, when they had nationals before it was nationals, but the bonus pool format was still the same and the doubles format was still the same. I was playing with my buddy Eric Kepfer, and let me tell you, I played in a bunch of PPD remote events for years before I ever worked for him, and that was probably one of the most intense experiences ever. I felt like a man possessed. I felt like I was one of the best guys in the room when I was throwing darts. And I had a great time throwing with them, and I felt like I was like, and that's a room with Kenny Doyle and others in there, and so I felt like I was on my A game. We get to the king seat match, and I start to get nervous, and my partner does not know where we're at in the bracket. In fact, he so much didn't know where we were in the bracket, he thought we were playing the finals. So he picks me up, he ends up winning it, and he celebrates. I'm like, dude, yeah, we made it to the finals. He's like, we have to play again? As Brian in there just pounds a 9 mark.
Yeah, big 9 mark is go ahead, Sean. What'd you say? Oh, wait, you're on mute. Never mind. Boom goes the dynamite.
Well, Sean's gonna be figuring that out for a while.
Yeah, he's done messed up, Ron, as he leaned back. He leaned back way too far back and broke his mic. So he's going to have to fix it now and look like a dummy as we continue on trucking on, as Brian's going to look at the 18s to try to close them out.
Yeah.
Maybe back to some points.
He can take the shot at it here. Division 25, you're going to take some risk, especially with the seat there. Both these guys are around a 2-6. So just to capstone that story, as I know that story is getting boring to listen to because I'm telling it. But just the moral story, we end up realizing that there's still matches left that we still have to keep playing. And my partner looks at me, he's like, we're in trouble. And we get to the final, and I was a bundle of nerves. Turns out we were playing for $2,500. And my partner has the audacity to tell me after we got triple dipped that he would have let me have the whole thing too. He didn't need it. And so that's my experience. I think about that one a lot, but it was still such a fun roller coaster of emotions. That's why I had such a good time playing in it.
Boy, we got quite the face from Sean here.
Yeah, please
me
tell
tell
me you
ya.
grabbed a photo of that because I
Oh,
missed
I
it.
definitely did. And I'm sending it to the chat, boys. It may go public.
Remember, I have one of those for you too.
Oh.
I have one of
Oh,
those for you
great.
too.
Oh, great.
Can you guys hear me again? Hello?
Yes, we got you. We
Okay.
got you.
Well, been nice if you would have said something. All right, cool. All right. Looks like Juan stepping up. We have 18th. By the way, remember, I do have a screenshot of your face when you had to freeze out that I will make public too if you make mine. That looks way worse than I was ever imagining it being. That can't. Yeah, you're not even that mean. All right. Retaliation would be endless, by the way. Endless. And you know me, I don't have a boundary, just so to speak. I can't wait either because it better be Will's mustache picture again. Remember, I don't care. It will be bad. What I do at retaliation will be worse than anything you'll ever do it.
Listen, as long as we don't get you cursing in Spanish again, I feel a little better about all things considered.
Yeah, you want that too? Exactly.
Jason Watt, I just want you to know I've never gotten your chat and caused any problems. And you come into no, I'm just kidding. Just don't instigate the boys. You can hear them getting quiet because they're planning stuff back there, and that's when my job usually gets harder.
Tony, he knows better. He's having fun writing captions for it in the chat, though. That's what he's doing. He's not doing anything else.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh.
Great commentary from Will. He's getting better at this.
Ooh. The possibilities right now are just flying through my head on this picture. I got a Sean Green. I am sorry, everyone. Woo. I'm like scared for your job if I post this picture.
Thank you. Glad we're on the same page, and glad we can move on from that now. You have to burn it now.
Savannah Hayes,
because I'm scared of your job if you post it.
Savannah Hayes getting 5th place there, unfortunately, not getting quite their one out the money, but still, honestly, great performance from the young talent there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bright future ahead for her. Continue trucking on and see where this game can take you. As Brian,
way brighter than Will if he posts that picture.
Don't be hating.
All right, Juan up here next in this leg number 2. This is the finals. Division 28, right? 25. Where did 8 come from? Oh, that's right. You're not inside my brain. All right, so.
Yep. Don't know. Right with that 1-0 advantage here. And he's been dominating the 19s. See if he can continue doing so.
All right, Brian. Oh, only closes the 19s.
Yeah, I thought he was eyeing an opportunity there. And look at the quick closure from Juan. And goes right back up for points. Good maneuver there. Well, how about this? James. He's looking promising to take the leg, and it looks like he's going to, as Mike McKimmey outside looking in.
Yep.
And that will lose our streaming capabilities, unfortunately, for that side, too. So
let's go Juan.
Speaking of let's go Juan, I do want to say that there's 2 Juans playing a final, both at the stadium. Division 23 Juan Zamora is also playing about board or 2 over from Juan Hernandez.
Man, that insight, you painted a picture in my mind.
That's pretty good.
Of those 2 Juans playing for first place.
Do 2 Juans make a right? You're welcome, boys. That was good. That was good.
All right, one more joke out of you about Juan, and I'm leaving.
Look at that big 9 mark from Juan. Juan's got the real big upper hand in this leg. There's no doubt about that. Looking like a 1-1 score line here.
You said it, didn't it?
Sean,
you said it.
Sean can't even
ridiculous.
Keep a straight face right now.
I'm trying not to lose all of my tears because I'm going to need to cry later about this whole scenario once we both get fired. So please don't say anything else. Lucas, I don't think that we have a. I don't know. Nick, Mr. Pritzel Mr. Pritzel has a question.
We'll see.
I don't have that on my list. That might be a new location. I did just get a message that a new camera package was actually being made available to access later today, but that was not one. Installed them 2 weeks ago, so it's a brand new one. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have the notes here for that one. I'll try my best to see what I can do in the background here, Mr. Pretzel.
Yeah, it looks like they are working on it, so we'll kind of get that updated and hopefully in the mix sooner rather than later as we continue to increase more camera packages throughout our program here. I gotta tell you, it's been amazing how much we've been able to. We started off with a handful of camera packages. Now we've got a list of good 30 or 40 that we're trying to get back in the mix or so. I'm seeing a list of nearly 50. Wow,
that's awesome,
crazy.
Yeah, it used to be where we were doing the CSC Challenger Series, and we would be sweating matches to. Like, hey, are we gonna have a streaming match next week? Hey, are we gonna have a streaming board next week? And there were times where we did not. I believe Division 2, which now we would be able to see that final, but I believe we couldn't even get the final or third place.
Yeah, Aaron Ham's the only silent winner of any of our divisions.
Crazy.
Now this will go to a last chance here, or the the diddle, right?
This is diddle for game
Yep.
3.
Yep, and then the last chance.
No, this is the first dip.
Well, I mean the last leg. Sorry, last chance, last leg. I'm all over the place today with my verbiage. Sorry.
It's verbage.
Can you stop? Okay, can
It's
you
not
just,
verbage.
give
It's
me a
not
break?
verbage.
Oh, gosh, you're
That
terrible.
one I was hoping that you would just believe me on and start saying it that way.
Yeah, sure.
If I knew that it annoyed you that much, I would do it more often.
I tell you what.
Brian's going to go first here in this last leg decider. And are you telling me what?
Turned down for what?
Derp.
And Brian's going to get the start here in this last leg.
Maybe. He will not go first in this leg.
He just hands it right on over. Says, here, you take it, Juan.
Juan does steal the 20s. So now Brian's going to have to look down to the 19s.
He's been hot on that number of late. Let's see if he can continue trekking on with that, or if he's going to find a bogey here again. At least come up with something here, Brian.
That's tough.
Oh, no.
That's a very tough start.
It was very tough indeed. As look at Juan go. He's just going to keep trucking on. Not even a look at the 19s there. Said all 20s, 140 to 0 on the scoreboard.
And Brian does find one. And you can tell, it's just right there too. Like you can't tell, but you know it.
Yeah, the frustration setting in, starting to mount a little bit.
Juan goes back up in points, start 3.
He's making sure he wants another chance at this.
This will send them into both of them even at the 1 dip each. And this is just the worst time for Brian to have this type of leg. And it always sucks when it happens like that. JM, you do not need to respond to that, please. That was not a setup for that at all.
Wow, they're still battling it out there. JC Martinez and Mike Maloney. Can JC hold on to that king seat spot and take the title, or will Mike Maloney jump him and take the first place title there in Division 1? We'll have to find out here soon.
Brian gets on the board. And Juan closes down the 17s. Looks for even more. Big 6 mark out of Brian. Is he going to come back in this one? Nope. No, he's not.
Does not look like he will as Juan just hits a massive 7 mark.
Big darts for Juan. The next leg will automatically be, if Juan wins this, cricket 501 cricket. And then no matter what, the next leg after that will be cricket 501 cricket. If it goes that, well, it will automatically go to that spot. So Juan looking like it's going to make it.
I know, I need it bad. It's terrible.
You got it. You got it bad.
A new gaming chair is going to be bought here soon, folks. I guarantee you. I'm tired of the squeaking.
Got to get you one of them Herman Millers, man. Have you seen those bad boys?
What?
It's the Lamborghini of office chairs. They cost about proportionally as much.
Oh, the HMs. The HMs. Okay. That's what I had to say.
Well, we'll just have to find one then and make sure we get one here delivered because we can afford it.
Hotty toddy. You got that Kansas gold. I see.
Goodness gracious. $2,000. $2,000. Okay, 1,000. All right. No big deal. Get out of here.
I did say they were proportionally priced like the Lamborghinis. It's what I led in with that.
Well, Juan gets that one done. 4.20 in that leg. He was coming in hot right there. Donnie Ram in there saying, wow, what level is this? 25 finals here. As we're going to the 1-1 now. So no matter what, we're playing 2 more matches between Juan and Brian. This will be, again, cricket, 0-1 cricket for the next 2. Hey, Will.
Yes.
If you only had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, would you capture it? Or just let it slip?
That was good. You've been winding that up. You've been working that one in for a while, haven't you?
I was going to say it at the beginning of the last episode, and I was like, no, that's too much. That's one too much. And then I remembered it for this.
That was just Juan, you couldn't want to let go, huh?
First of all, look at the chat. Yeah, you're welcome.
Ridiculous, folks. I will never be doing this with Sean Green again, everyone.
Yeah, this has been such a rough week between the two of us that we're gonna get a stern talking to, probably.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a quick break here, though. We're gonna allow these players to come back. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. As I'm gonna go, I don't know, do something for my mental health because this is dangerous right now. What's going on? So we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. William Stewart,
we'll be back
Sean
in 1
Green.
minute.
1 moment, folks. We'll be back. Jeez.
So when you buy the hub, you're only going to get a power cable, a bracket to mount the hub to the wall, and a spring bracket for the back of your dartboard, which is going to lock into the hub. And to lock your board into place, you start by aligning the 18, essentially where the 20 should be. It'll fit right in, and you just turn clockwise. And you're gonna have like a degree or two to kind of play with to make sure that that 20 is dead center. You can obviously start immediately with whatever steel tip dartboard you have at home. I went and grabbed a brand new Target Aspar board just because I think the mounting the spring bracket to the back of the board is the trickiest part of this entire system. So I just wanted a fresh new board before we went through all the hassle of it. But the beauty of the mod system is you don't have to buy everything. It's all sold separately. So you just start with the hub as your foundation, utilize whatever you have at home, and then down the road you can piece everything together or upgrade things over time to fully customize. Although the concept of interchangeable points is not new, it's never been done in this way before. Target has come up with a patented locking system that uses a taper and hex. These have a groove point on them, engineered as a break point. It's a groove right behind the etching, and it's purposefully put there. So if the tip is going to fail, it's going to fail right there, which is far enough out to where the little wrench can still grab the hex. So it prevents you from getting your point stuck in your dart. It's a well-known thing that happens when a normal steel point breaks. It typically breaks inside the barrel, which is a nightmare situation. So to summarize, this is the perfect locking system where the tip will never come loose. The variety of point options can provide you with a better life for your home practice board. It allows for a quick, user-friendly experience when changing out broken points, and finally can act as a life-saving backup plan if you break a point during tournament play.
Well, all right. Welcome back, everybody. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Had to.
Well. It could have been way worse. All right. I knew you were going to do that too because I saw what the screen wasn't coming up. Anyway,
I did too.
yeah, we're idiots for thinking that was going to get done correctly. So, Brian Tatro stepping up here. That was way harsher than I meant it to sound. Only hits 2. So, Juan gets a chance at redemption. And he only needed 1 chance to get that done. 5 mark from him.
And this dude just keeps on trekking on one more time.
One more time is gonna celebrate. Yeah.
Nick, in essence, this is your fault, Nick.
I'm
That you
sorry,
allowed
man.
him to participate.
I am sorry. What is my fault?
You
Please.
mentioned the 2 wands, and then that ruined it.
I forgot.
Juan,
you
text-
guys share one brain cell.
Text
You guys are-
Sean. I'm sorry that this guy is doing this to
Midoli
you.
is in there. Look at Midoli, spirit animal. All right. Brian stepping up, hitting a lot of 19 so far. And now I have to be serious. Nope. 18s or 16s for Juan. And look at that from Juan. 7 mark.
We're seeing a good duel here between these two guys, and right now Brian kind of on the outside looking in here, because he's only able to capitalize on a single 17. So, Juan, what do you fancy? Go ahead and close out the 17s. Yes, he does right away.
He's throwing very well right now. Now the chat's trying to break us. You see this?
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yep.
Have you ever wandered outside?
What?
Have you ever wandered outside or thought about
Wandered?
things?
Like WANDER? No, I've never wandered outside.
It's a Kansas pronunciation. It's fine.
Actually, I wandered outside one time, and this is a true story. And I was walking out at night, and a cat started following me like a kitten, and it would not leave me alone, like to save my life. Like I even tried at one point to trick the kitten into leaving me, and then it started like crying like a little girl, like from lost like a long ways away. And I was like, all right, I feel bad now, so I went back, got the kitten, and just took it to my neighbor's house and was like, hey, this kitten won't stop following me. Do you want the kitten? And so I believe the cat's still there.
That's the story of how Sean and I met.
That's a decent story, but entirely too long. You could have ended that with, well, found a cat, kept it.
And that was
Cool.
that.
No more.
Yep. Bye.
Found a cat.
All right.
And that was
Sounds
that.
good. Well, Juan
Have a good
continues
chat.
to put on
How
a
about
good
that?
display here, looking for the 1-0 advantage.
Juan steps up
Sean's
to
trying
bat.
to find his cat.
A 3-5-1. What a stat from Juan. 3-9-1. What a stat for Juan Hernandez. And he takes the 1-0 lead over Brian. Again, no matter what, this will only be the second loss for either player. This will be 501. Open and open out. Full bowl. And honestly, this is the game that Juan Hernandez has been better at that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. He's just been looking solid on the Bulls, and his misses are looking pretty solid as well. He's peppering the outside, nothing really going well left or right. So good signs for Juan so far. And for Brian, I mean, the cause for concern is the fact that this match is happening in this context, right? I mean, he lost all advantage in that first match because Juan ended up coming out on top, and that's going to be something that weighs on your mind.
Yeah, momentum is a powerful thing. And right now it is in favor of Juan.
Oh, he's just going right at it.
Do they think that this is a diddle?
I don't know, and I'm too afraid to tell them.
They for sure thought it was a diddle. Look at this. Brian's up at the line.
No.
He just hit it through twice. I love it.
Both did it. Oh no, this is all right. Hold on, calling PPD. Sean, Will, you guys talk about more Juan jokes?
All right. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. Will, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I really hate you so much. I just got recovered and you hit me again with it.
I mean, to be
They're
fair,
both confused.
yeah, they could just back it up. It's all good. Or just play from where they were.
Yeah.
That is also all
No
good.
harm, no foul.
Guys, if you're joining us, we apologize for all the technical difficulties with our brains. But at least we're funny. Well, at least one of the jokes was, right? You know?
Yeah, the very first one that I said from here on out has been terrible.
No, you like the Eminem reference. You like that one.
Guys, we're really looking for a new commentator. If you have anybody in mind, reach out
To Sean Green so that I can work with someone who appreciates my humor.
dartstsc.com. Let them know how you feel. This has just been an atrocious butcher job by Sean Green. And if he just does this one more time, I swear I'm done.
I'm going to hit you, baby, one more time. All right, they're back in action, Will. And game, set, match. I think I won that one. All right. Brian, trying to get back on track here. There was a little break in the middle there that was maybe took the momentum away.
I'll tell you what, my loneliness is killing me at this point.
If only I knew what she said when she does the little high pitched thing in the middle there. 113 leaves 180 for Brian. It's a good start. I like how he steadied himself down. Hits a hat trick. Juan's back in this one. I'm not even doing anything anymore. Jason Watt. Ridiculous. Yeah, Brian does not have to go for this, and I don't advise him to. I don't know if you guys can hear what I can hear, but Not sure what happened there, but it looks like they're backing up around, perhaps.
I'm not sure, but I need help. Somebody, please.
All right, so
I
here we
need
go.
to talk to somebody at this point.
Juan stepping up, 170 left. All right, so if I'm Brian here, I go 14 for Bull. There's the 14. Bullseye to make it 1-1. Take us to a last leg decider here in the 1-1 loss.
Still an opportunity, though. Go for it.
And he hits the trip 14. Big dart. Vinny, great job, brother. Division 7 champ. And here we go. Last leg decider. They're going to diddle to see who's going to start.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
1-1 scoreline here between Brian and Juan. That way you cannot construe me saying Juan to Juan here.
I don't think I can contain if you did that right now. I don't have any more tears in my body. They've all escaped after crying of laughter.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Good to have you back, Will.
Which I know some of you are doing right now in this chat. I don't know how we continue to be on the air, but whatever. Carly, Kayla, thanks for trusting us.
Facebook.
I'm sure Marky Mark's thinking about kicking us off too. I tell you what, Mark Zuckerberg's probably like, get these two yoo-hoos off here. Brian.
I thought it was someone powerful like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I'm just glad you clarified it was just you two.
It's just a good vibrations. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, did you say Marky Mark?
Yep. Yeah, you did it. Good job.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome.
Congratulations. All right. So this is the diddle. Needs to find a triple. Gets it. So Juan will get the start here in this last leg decider. 1-1 scoreline.
Yeah, this should be good.
Who is going to be ahead? Is it going to be Brian or Juan?
Obviously, it's somewhat of a moot point because they're going to play this series again. And considering this one went the distance, you are inclined to think maybe it will go the distance again the other way around. It's going to be tough to see. Honestly, if I had to give an edge, I still think Juan overall has showed us more of the stuff.
Do you like how much neither of us trusted you by backing fully away from the microphone when you started speaking? Because we know all you're doing back there is trying to think of jokes to potentially jump in and say.
Yeah,
I'm
the problem one here with the jokes today. Let's just reiterate. No, I'm just excited to see these guys throw some great darts here. I mean, honestly, they're playing it out, and you have to remember we watch all these different divisions, right? And we see all these different levels of players, and a 2-6 versus a 2-6 is as true as it gets to the common man's dart match right here. And this is for a title to start off your weekend where you can earn a bunch of money. There's only one way to do it, and it's coming out on top.
We knew it. We were ready for it. See, that's how we roll.
Yep. You're not funny, Nick.
Juan started
Not
off
funny.
with a 4 mark there after not hitting anything right out the gate. Brian moves down to the 19s. See where he looks on dart 3. Stays down there, gets the point lead. Great 5.
It's going to be curious to see if they play with the same level of aggression the whole time, if they go back into point battles mentality. It's curious how the dart players' mentality changes as matches develop.
I think the cards are going to fall where they lay here in this one, buddy. You can see that, hey, if Brian wasn't going to hit that second dart, at the 20, then he was going to go back to 19s on the last one, and then it becomes a point battle. I think that they just are feeling it out as they go. It's a 2-6 playing a 2-6, and either way, they know they're going to have to hit triples. So the fastest and best way to do that is what they're going to shoot at.
Certainly. It's also about just, again, the timing. The timing is absolutely everything. And that's something we stress so much, especially in the higher divisions when we do the CSEs and stuff. The timing is what makes a difference in most of these matches. Especially in Division 2, every dart player is so equal in ability, in my opinion, that it really just comes down to who really brings the stuff and who times it the best. And that when you're playing someone even, that's kind of what has to happen. Or someone can catch a hot streak, which is entirely possible as well.
Well, and the time is now, right? This is the last leg decider to take the advantage 2-1. And, man, it means everything. This is the ultimate advantage, right? You get 2 more chances and you have to lose twice in a row. Juan would like to get his first chance at being out in front for the tournament, and Brian wants to hang on to that position. So no matter how it's played out so far, Brian still has a really good chance here to maintain major control in this match.
And that's the other X factor, right? You mentioned it point blank. Brian has had the lead, then they've got evened up, and then is on track right now to potentially regain a said lead. It's just going to be tough for Juan if he loses this series right here, because it makes you feel like all that progress you made is reset when it effectively is not.
Oh, an opening. Brian unable to hit anything there, and so Juan's going to get a chance.
Juan here. Go ahead and go for the 19s with the early look. Back to it.
Wow.
Stayed there and collected.
Yeah, that was a big one there from Juan.
And we're just not going to pay attention. Just not going to pay attention. Just not going to pay attention to whatever Sean Green says.
At least I didn't sing. Oh, big last start there. Just on the outside wire. Brian's going to get a look.
What do you got for us, Juan?
It's a great
Big
start.
triple 18, yeah. Down to the 17s, he can just hold true. Even a single is going to be okay.
A safe Maloney double there, and that's not going to hurt anybody. I bet Chaser's colored me surprised right now. Just I see there's no dead air again in this broadcast, and you'd be mistaken, sir. Dead air right now.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin.
There's been at least 1 minute of that in this match.
Kevin.
You want to
Good
give
last start there.
I can't help it. I'm sorry, Kevin. I couldn't help it.
That's okay. He deserves it. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give a shout out. I'm not going to read off every divisional winner, but I will read off the top 5 for us. First place in Division 5, Preston Wiedemann. And then in Division 4, Kevin Cutts. Division 3, Brent Baker. Division 2, Aaron Hams, CSC Division 2 champion. And Mike Maloney, 2-time Division 1 champion for the CSC, coming out on top there.
Ooh, he got over the line over Martinez. It's been a tough task to handle of late.
He got his mojo back.
Yeah, it's all right. You still stink there, Maloney. Oops, sorry. I came
Triple
out.
dip of Jason Martinez. That'll get your mojo back a little bit.
Yeah, that make you feel good. Really, it will.
Will it? Will it?
Will it? Won't it?
Well, I am so curious what Juan's going to do here on the 16s. Closes him out.
Yep. Just treks
Stays
on.
there to point.
Looking promising to take the W here.
And take the ultimate lead. You only need to beat Brian one more match. It's going to be another 2 out of 3 after this one, no matter what, guys. So strap in, buckle up, Buttercups, and get that popcorn ready. Hit that share button. Let everybody know the comedy show is not slowing down. No mo.
Is that what
Unless
we're
they take a
calling
long
this?
time to.
No,
Unless
no,
they take
no.
a long time to reset up the board.
Megan asking to read more division winners. I wonder if she's saying that for maybe a friend that's still fighting, or just because she doesn't want you guys to banter anymore. I can't tell.
Probably the second thing.
Well, normally I wouldn't be opposed to it, Megan, but there is 39 divisions, so that's a lot of names to be reading off. And you want to hear us read off names? We'll be talking about bonus pool all day tomorrow for sure. Oh, Megan, you're curious. Copysport.ca. Go over there, tournament section. No, all the love, Megan, all the love.
Yeah, what are we, Google? Just kidding.
If she asks you to be Google, you're going to be Google.
Oh, that's for
you're
sure.
Going to be Google.
Yep. Babe,
Wow.
I'd be happy to read off all those for you as Juan gets it done. He takes a 2-1 lead here. Finally in control of this one.
You see, still no acknowledgement from me.
All right. No, it looks like they're going to get right back into it, I think. Nonsense. All right. It looks like they might take a short break here. So we'll be right back with after one ad break right after this. Will, love you.
get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're A to Z darts.com, and we've been a darts specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com.
One more time, we'll celebrate. We're gonna have a good time. We'll celebrate. We're gonna have a good time.
All right, here we go. Brian won the diddle, so he will go first. It is the same format as the last match. If Brian wins this, we will go to one leg of cricket for all the marbles before we lose all of ours. If Juan wins this, it's over.
But you are not joking right now. We are on. Oh, we're on thin ice right now.
Which
And
is
it
that
just
game
keeps
that had the
getting thinner.
marbles.
Keeps melting.
Remember the game that had the marbles? It was called Thin Ice. You had to keep putting marbles on until it broke
I
through.
actually do know that one. I got you there. Can I be honest? Just to
No.
everyone that might be tuning back in, sitting back down to the chat here. If any of you guys are like psychologists or something, or some kinds of doctors, the amount of downhill we've gone in 4 hours, this might be our new record for us.
It's been bad. It's been bad.
I think speak for your guys' selves. I think I've been more than professional, honestly.
You are number one.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm for real logging off. Bye.
No. All right. Oh, only a 2 mark. Brian in control.
Brian only able to come up with 2, so right back to 1. Needing to find a mark. You can find it on the 18s here and begin to point. See if you can regain. Guys, I'm sorry. Once again, Sean is just can't handle himself.
17s.
You
Here.
can't handle yourself, dude.
Megan Green's right. I'm going to actually just list off every other division winner, runner-up, third place, and fourth. I think we got to class up the stream here, fellas. We got to class it up. We're going to start just reading names. And if there's any other ones, we're not reading it.
At this point, it can't get any worse than this. I mean, come on, guys.
Well, there's one thing that would make it worse.
If you keep doing this, yes, I know. No,
At
here
least it's not
this is
at
a
you.
turning this is a turning point right here. If you can hit a big one. Now he's forced to stay there.
Big dart.
Big dart indeed. Big triple there on the 17s.
Now back to the 19s for Brian.
Pressure-filled darts right here.
The difference so far has been 2 last leg deciders. That Juan has won. He takes a 2-1 lead. Nick, stop it.
At this point, it's just what I expect you guys to say, Juan, and you actually just say one that is throwing me off so much at this point. We've gone so far off the rails.
Oh, Nick. If you were only just a little bit professional.
Been trying to get back on the track here, but you guys are not letting me. You guys keep shoving me off, shoving me off.
You're right, Sean. We are the problem.
It's you, not the problem in me. Oh, sorry.
A very important last start here. Brian needs to get a couple more points on the board. Does grab another single there. Keeps it within range. Juan, though, first start triple. Lets me get a shot right at it. I really do think in this scenario, I mean, you're game 2 of 5, right? Not counted also game 1, really. When you're looking at it, in this longer format, and the fact that the second game gives you the advantage if you lose, the first one, take some aggressive shots here. Take the hero shots and take a little bit of risk. Is typically what I would advise the player. Gamble with your position. But right now, Juan, he's dancing, he's vibing, he's bopping. Things seem to be going
Trying
fine.
to keep trying to keep his energy up, I think, because it is starting to. Yeah, I mean, this is a long haul, right? This is a marathon, not a sprint, and there's some moments where you get that like the runner's wall, right? You got to keep on moving, and you see he does that, and then he drive-bys in the 16s, I believe, but we're gonna take it. Big shot by Juan.
Man, he even missed good.
Oh, look at this. 17s. Well, boom goes the dynamite there for Brian Tatro. Finds it in a big, big moment.
Yeah, that was huge. Huge. That was massive.
It puts all the pressure back on Juan.
Oh, look at this. Solid 7 response. Well, so much for they got past that runner's wall, huh?
At this point, they've been playing in a longer match against each other. They're settled at this point. This is where your dart's going to come back out in full swing. And then the risk is, do they go back? Do they regress once you get to the finish line for both of them, also, because they both have picked it up here.
Well, here's a moment. He's just going to point away.
That's the thing, right? You look at a 2-6 player. Yeah, you look at these up and comers or these middle to average players. You have to remember, especially when you're in singles, you're the only one that can move the game forward other than your opponent.
Yep.
You have to not be afraid to take those opportunities, even if it's just one of your 3 darts. From Juan's position there, one of his 3 darts should have probably been at a close. And it's okay to be a little extra conservative. There's nothing really wrong with that, but at some point you're going to have to take the swing, and you don't want your opponent to have the better swing. In this case, though, Juan doesn't care. He's going to hit the 200-point limit.
Listen, pointing is one way to do it, and he's doing it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, at this point, it really is going to become a battle of endurance. And I think Brian, although I think he should probably reduce that lead a little bit, he really wanted to grab that 17 for a realignment dart to kind of put the pressure back. It still would require a 6-mark hit, which is not a guarantee.
Yeah, and now Juan can't hit 17s anymore, so he's got to move.
Yeah, he could, in theory, choose them, but they wouldn't score any points, so it wouldn't do him any good. It's unfortunate, though, it doesn't get the close, but with 200-point advantage, again, not much is going to scare him except a 9-mark right now.
We've seen it already out of Brian.
Yeah,
just off into a 777 in the first one.
Get rid of the 17 here, too, don't you?
Technically, now you don't. It doesn't really matter what you do on the last dart. You might as well point because, yeah, it gives him darts to get back up to 200, but then he's not going after your closes, which is really how he's going to win the match.
Well, in this game in particular, from the scenario, it's that when you're down 200, it's so hard to come back from, especially when you get 2 doubles. What is that?
2 Maloney doubles
That was Juan
from
plus
Juan
Juan on doubles.
Hernandez.
Makes 2. And it's like I took the air out of the room.
We wore ourselves out with those.
Going for the win here.
Ooh, that would have given him the advantage heading into leg number 2. It's to get within 1 leg of winning this whole tournament. Well, Brian's not done yet. Don't.
But is he? There's one.
Still down 5. 6.
Brian's got to think about closing the 17 here.
I mean, you can think
Oh,
about
he
it.
thought about it.
Where that last start goes when you already have the X on the Bulls versus 17s, I mean, I can really go either way on the shot here. More than likely, this turn finishes it regardless.
Well, there we go. It takes it out after all those rounds. Still shot a 3-2-6. So Juan is up 1-0, up 2-1 in the actual match. So he wins 1 more leg, and he is the champion of Division 25.
I gotta clip that.
It's still so funny.
Oh, it's so hilarious.
It's an inside joke, Nick. We can't talk to you about it.
You
At
have to
this
wait
point,
and
I'd
find
prefer if you
out.
didn't. You can't be mean to my
Fair.
Florida girl.
Oh, it's not out of being mean.
Look
Look at this. That's a
Huge.
150. It's 3 in the black. That is one of
Jeez.
the greatest shots you will see.
That was a fantastic start to this leg, and he's searching for this win here. Very well could pull it off right here, right now.
Especially with only the 57 scored from Brian. Can he keep it up? Yes, he can. Look at Juan Hernandez.
Division 25, ladies and gentlemen. He's on a perfect game.
Look at him strutting. You strut, Juan. Brian almost matches it, but he's in trouble here. See if he can settle down, keep it up. First start's important. That might be a tough one to. Never mind. It's Juan. He's 131. Okay. Brian has to feel pretty decent about possibly getting 6 starts from 253, but he's got to get it down low. Leaves the 133. It's a finish.
Yeah, it's a tight little game now, isn't it? See if Juan can take this out. If not, it's going to go into Brian's hands to take out the 133. Who's going to take out the first? Take it out first. Yep.
Tees it up nicely, but will he get a look to pretty much save the match in the tournament for him? Needs another one of those. Oh, that would have left the 11.
And here we go for the win in the match.
Bullseye. For Juan. In the title of Division 25. Double 17. Single 17.
2 singles.
He got it. Right on the bottom wire. He gets it. Juan is your champion. 33.40. Starts
Wow,
it
good
off
stuff.
with a massive hat trick. Buddy, listen, we have seen some great darts today. We've seen some awesome darts today from Savannah, the 16-year-old, 17-year-old.
Yes.
Shot great. We've seen Scuba Steve and Mike Maloney play fantastic darts as well. The highlight might be Juan's triple dip there, wins 3 in a row. I know that we threw in a lot of puns there. We apologize. But at the same time, hopefully you enjoy that when you look back on it. But you got the job done. Congratulations. That was awesome.
Yeah, a little bit too much on the puns, but whatever. It is what it is.
18
Just
too
a
much
little
on
bit.
18 too much.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, back better than ever tomorrow for some doubles action and then triples on Sunday. We got your bonus pool as well tomorrow. So tune in live. We'll begin probably about 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern time. Join us for our coverage of PPD Nationals, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. William Stewart, Sean Green, Nick Teixeira. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it, folks.
I'll see you guys on Sunday.